We are live. We are back. I was just about to say, until I see price cross from the bottom of my screen back up to the top of my screen, I will not be trading. I was literally just about to say that. And this fucker crossed all the way back up. Ain't that a bitch? Ain't that a bitch? Yeah, for all the questions, let's bring it back a little. If you were not here last night, if you did not join the Asian session, the stream had a 52 pip W. Right before stream, I had buys right here. I had buys right there after holding. After we held here, had a level there on the 30 that held, and the hourly actually. We held there. We had a bottom wick to the 15 here. Let's go to the 15. Right here. This was my position last night before stream. So right off, this was off market open or like an hour before stream, around 7. Had a buy limit here, and I had a pineapple here, and my stop was right there, the break of those lows, and it never hesitated, just fucking smashed through everything on that candle. That was the candle that started us off. So for full transparency, I took an 82 pip loss here. 82, and then we started the stream an hour later, and then we took a 52 pip W. So that is why you see me down $300 here, because it was minus 820, then plus 520, and now we're at 306. So that was my evening yesterday. I ended up the evening, started it with minus 82, finished it with minus 30. The day's still young, and we are here. My guy is afraid to go live because of volatility. Bro, I'm here every single day. That's like saying a firefighter is scared of smoke or some shit, right? Volatility is my coworker. We clock in together, and you need to stop projecting, all right? Did I avoid volatility? Bro, I invoice it monthly. It's scary because you probably don't know what you're looking at, bro. I read candles like they're fucking subtitles. So take it easy. Sit out, relax, take notes while I take tokes of this marijuana smoke. I think I just woke up the whole neighborhood. Fuck that. I don't care.
Waking me up, bro.
W.
It's fucking 6:40 over here.
My wake up. I wish I would have a little makeup. I discussed a better way to check up. These from the table you wanted to. I'm losing my voice, man. But yeah, whoever thinks we don't want to trade this volatility, at this moment, you're probably right. But I think you guys should, whoever thinks that, you guys should refresh. You refresh your YouTube, because sometimes YouTube glitches and it hides success. So just refresh your YouTube and it'll pop up and you'll see us trading. It was a joke, man, but you didn't say I'm just joking, so I'm going to take you as I read it. Right?
I muted him for 5 minutes anyway, so.
Oh shit. All right. I almost banned you from the channel, bro.
Yeah, I muted him and you still saw it. It's all good.
Actually, I was right about to answer and then you muted him. So I was like, fuck. You know, buddy almost got banned. You get sniped in here, bro. Sometimes you catch friendly fire and you don't return.
Yeah. Yeah. Nah, we got you. We got you. Mods are here. We got you.
Yeah, here's the deal, gang. Quick scope. Yeah, volume, great. Lack of structure is what makes this hard. Perfect. I love this. I don't even have to do a breakdown. We need structure, and until there's structure, there ain't no trades. So we're either going to form a support, take buys off that support, but not before we see a form of support. What do we know about gold? Gold's very technical, so it'll create a support, it'll go up, create a resistance, and then it'll fill a range. Once it creates that resistance, our edge is the fill of the range. Once it fills the range, our edge is the retest of support. Okay? Until then, enjoy this little drive to hell, right? To the underworld, to Hades.
Somalia.
Was that? Say good morning? Good morning. Zoom door. Holy jumping fucking Jesus. There's a lot of people at the Zoom door. No. That's it. I'm calling Uncle Kratos. Be nice if we could start 2026 off not at all-time highs. I am with you, and I'm so happy this shit is driving away from all-time highs. If we can just drop another 3,000 pips. What's the daily candle look like? Let's look at our daily candle. Excuse me. Bless me. Thank me. I'm welcome. So a 2,000 pip daily candle. We have seen this before. You know what happened that day? Look at this.
Yeah, when we got to all-time highs at 4,300 on spot, the same thing happened right after. Yep, there it is.
3,000 pip drop. You know what happened that day? Nothing. The price just tanked. There was no structure. Price
Barely have any top wicks anyways here.
Price tanked the whole day with no structure. If that keeps going, I mean, it might be like, I don't know. We'll be here through London close. Next couple of hours we'll be here, but I was really hoping NYSE over here, right? Because we just held the way we closed on the hourly. I was hoping the 30 forms of support, right? The previous 30, not this one right now, because we've closed right at this level. So as it was 9 o'clock, I'm thinking to myself, all right, let's hold off a bit. It starts forming a support. We'll start the stream and we'll have a trade right off the rip. So I held off and I waited, and this fucker opened up perfectly. I'm like, all right, bottom wick, we're gonna put, and never came back, and never came. I'm like, all right, no structure. Sounds like that one fart box news took a turn for the worse. Yeah, WTF. What is this? Oh, it's at 12. No, fart box news didn't come out yet. 10 o'clock pending home sales, and then we have crude oil, natural gas storage. Yeah, so fart box news at noon. Give me a sec, Gene. Give me 1 sec. Just can't stop sneezing this morning. I think my kids got me sick. Which one of y'all came into work sick today? For the best and easy way to trade, you guys are in the right place. Anybody tells you something different, they're fucking severely disillusioned. Anyway, mods! Yeah. Mods, you guys are allowed to use your wrenches. You're allowed. I mean, that's kind of the point, me and mine. Like, use a fucking wrench. Yeah, we're gonna wait for some structure. I'm gonna go smoke this fat Jamaican joint, and we're gonna see what 11 minutes from now brings. What the 4-hour closure brings. I'm gonna plan out the 4-hour closure. We're gonna see if we can plan out. I can't fucking predict the level we're gonna come back up to, but whenever we do, we're gonna have a little more info at our disposal. So we're just gonna plan out the wait. Brushing your teeth? Why? Just get some, get some porcelain, bro. Never gotta brush porcelain. In fact, if you brush porcelain, you'll scratch it. I was looking at my other computer and I missed it. Yeah, when I look at my other computer, the fridge, I miss it too, but I eat. And then I got another computer that's hanging above it. It's called the microwave. My microwave computer. Maybe my next payout, I'll get porcelain teeth. Yeah. Get some porcelains. You never have to brush. My boy got porcelains. He brushes his tongue. That's it. Long-term view of gold. $25K in 10 years. 30K in 10 years. Long-term. You didn't say how long. Even longer view, at some point in our, or in the life, in Earth's lifetime, gold will stop being traded and we'll need it to build spaceships and fight the aliens that are coming to invade our planet. So they'll stop it from trading. Super long-term view. Zoom door. What the fuck? So many of you outside the door, not getting in. Knock on a window or something. How about 1 to 2 years? 7K. Let's go back to the beginning of this year. January 25, 2,800. We are 4,800. So we've almost doubled the growth in the last year. I'm saying 7 to 10,000 in the next 2 years. So then it's worth it buying gold and holding it all year? No, because then you'll lose money on swap fees. It's worth investing in gold, not in a futures or a spot gold market, but as an investment vehicle, maybe through Roslyn Capital or something like that. Damn, they got to give me an affiliate link, Roslyn. But like, yeah, through a company that holds a gold reserve or holds gold on hand that you can buy from or invest in.
Buy physical gold if you're gonna hold it. Like
Yeah,
that.
just go buy buy a bunch of bullion, and you just need security.
Literally. Go to a pawn shop. I mean, it would do whatever.
Grandma passed away. Check if she got gold teeth, bro.
Make sure it's certified though. Get some certifications for buying physical gold.
Be at the funeral home just with a
Put it-
fucking little plier. I go
That's
some
cool.
Get a safe, put it in a safety deposit box, but buy physical gold. Don't buy fucking. In my opinion, I don't think you should buy stock holding of a company.
I'm pretty sure you cannot hide gold bricks in a safe deposit box.
No, I'm not saying gold bricks. You gold coins.
Yeah, no money. Not allowed to put any kind of money in a safe deposit box. That's illegal. You get arrested for that.
I have my
Illegal.
my,
Don't say you have it. I tell you right now, it's illegal.
No, my stepbrother-in-law, he holds his gold in a safety deposit box.
Yeah, you can have jewelry in there. You cannot have gold bricks like bullion, or you cannot have any kind of cash in a safe deposit box. That means you're trying to hide it from the government. I mean, that's how the government takes it. It's illegal. Yeah, trust me, I used to work in a bank for many, many years.
Well, that's
Yeah.
I don't know what to say. It says that you can online.
We used to have, how
Yeah.
about this? Yo, you know what's funny? The bank I worked at got robbed at night. They cut out the roof, fucking Mission Impossible into the safety deposit boxes, opened all of them, and made it out. And the funny thing is, nobody knows what people have in safety deposit boxes. So it's none of it. You know, what are you insured for? Some people were hiding so much fucking cash in their safety deposit boxes, and they can never say that they were because they'll get locked up. It's illegal. So like everything they were hiding, all gone. Right? But the things that were in there, like jewelry and stuff like that, obviously gets insured and stuff. But
Wix, by the way, it's not illegal. I used to work for a bank as well.
cash is illegal. All kind of money, any kind of money is illegal.
Let me check because I don't think it's illegal. It's just not covered by insurance or the FDIC.
Yeah, it's not FDIC insured.
But other than that, I don't think it's illegal.
Which that's
so
just
you're allowed
fucking
to store
scam
cash
anyway.
in gold, in safety deposit box or security deposit box. Let me just check.
Yeah, double check, bud. Or
Yeah, I
check
mean, I've never
check when
heard
that
of it
law
being
came
illegal.
around. I actually remember having a person walked out in cuffs out of our bank after they discovered money in there. But then again, they were hiding a lot of shit in there.
Yeah, it must have been the other stuff. Yeah, I'm looking it up right now. It's confirmed. It's not illegal.
Pick it up,
It's
let's go.
just not recommended for large amounts.
When did
because it's not
that law
FDIC
come
insured.
around?
Let me see.
Oh, you're right. It's not covered by FDIC. Well, it couldn't be covered by FDIC because it's not deposit.
No, because you don't know what's in there, but it's not illegal. You just have to check your bank contract. Sometimes they don't allow you, but other than that, it's not illegal. Trying to see when that historic. It's just way back in the day, owning gold was illegal in the U.S., but obviously it's been a long time since that's ever happened.
No. I'm not talking about owning gold. I'm talking about putting cash into a safety deposit box.
Yeah,
Hold on. I'm looking through my bank, and
Yeah,
it's not allowed as per bank policy. Yeah, you're right, but it doesn't
yeah.
say it's illegal.
Some banks will not allow it, but it's not illegal. It's
No, you're right. You're right. You're right. When you're right.
Okay, no worries.
It's frowned upon, and it's not allowed per bank policy, but not. Oh, all right. So policy varies from bank to bank. The federal government doesn't enforce the the deposit of money in safety deposit boxes will not be insured by FDIC and still a better option than hiding it under your mattress or your pillow. Okay. Here we go.
Buy a safe, drill it to concrete. And don't tell people about it.
Yeah, John Wick style.
Yeah, that's what I just read exactly. The banks, well, my bank, they frown upon it and do not permit storing of cash in safety deposit boxes or cash equivalents like gold bricks. Yep. That's crazy. We don't have the freedom to vote whatever we want. Like, but do you want your shit safe and insured? Right? That's like
No. They wanna make it so they can just do usury and lend our money out 9 times. That's why they don't want you to store it.
100%, Sam. You're absolutely
Yep.
right, bro.
Yes. I don't care what they want.
Getting fucked.
I don't care what they want as long as my money's safe. Like, I'm not putting it with an offshore broker. We've been there, done that before, right, gang? So we're putting our money into regulated firms now.
You're not even covered that much, anyways, unless you don't have.
I'll tell you whatever I lose here. Well, FDIC is $250 per depositor per account.
Per depositor per bank, yeah.
It really depends on what kind of accounts you have, also, and how the accounts are structured. So what happens is you'll get, let's say you have a personal account with $1 million, 250 of it will be covered. But let's say you have another account, but now the ownership structure on there is different. It's you and the wife. That's another 250,000. Now let's say you have another account, and the money doesn't all have to be in that account. It's per bank. So like you have $1 million in one account and $1 in one account in the other account. As long as those ownership structures are different, then you get another 250. And then you can have you or the wife instead of and the wife, right? Where you need both your signatures to withdraw, or you need just one of your signatures to withdraw. And that's another different type of ownership structure, which is another 250,000. Then you add
accounts as well.
and then you can add a kid to a different account. And that's another 250,000. But that's it, just per owner, per bank. Yeah, not per account, per bank, per owner. So you would need a different ownership structure for every other account.
Yeah, you don't want to put stuff in your wife's name.
No, but you want to put it. You want to add her, if anything, to your name.
Nah.
If your ass needs extra coverage.
Negative.
You know how easy it is to hire a wife?
Trust.
Negative.
Trust.
Negative.
Does it feel like these guys have been hurt before or what?
No, we can
Speaking for the majority of men.
We just protect ourselves.
Not even for myself. I haven't been married.
I'm never gonna get married.
I've been with my girl. We've been together 15 years, 3 kids, and we are not married.
Yep, not married. Same. Smartest decision.
There's no incentive for men to get married in
Nope,
this day and age.
none.
There's no ROI on marriage.
No incentive for men to get married in our day and age, where you can't get it by having a long-term girlfriend. So there's no point to it. You just literally legally split everything down the line. And if you ask the girl to get married just under the guise of the church and not the government,
Yep, exactly.
take
Yep.
half, they will refuse.
Yep.
I don't know. I'm broke as
There's no
fuck
point in
on
asking.
paper.
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
the best way to stay.
My mama be
don't-
rich as hell, but I'm broke as fuck on paper.
Exactly. Don't have stuff in your name. Make sure you're smart about it. That you put the name stuff in the person's name that you trust, and open trust accounts. It's the smartest decision. I think gold hit its bottom here at this point. I think. I'm not sure, but
You willing to bet on it?
yeah, there it is. There it goes. Oh man, this 4 hours. I mean, has anybody seen top wicks yet? In like on higher time frames? God damn, man.
Yeah, they never found those guys that robbed the fucking safety deposit box, but they did have a funny video off the roof because that's how they got in from the roof. Yo, not a single alarm went off, nothing. We walked in the morning and we just saw this shit. Like they had all night and then like all morning before the cops even got there. And then like cops get there, they do their whole fucking, they close the bank down and they do their investigation. And then like by that time, if you took that shit, you already had a chance to fucking leave the planet if you needed to. Chart on TradingView have a different price. 4360 on MT5, 4360 on TradingView. No, we don't. You're just on. You're either on a different contract or you're on spot gold. That's the new 4 hour. Yeah, I just like. Okay. New 4 hour, new daily. Trading doesn't work out, know what to do. Drop safety deposit boxes. Excuse me. Go have a sushi taco. You know you live in a big city when you get like Japanese Mexican fusion. Crazy though, like you go into a Chinese place here, there's this every single Chinese place, it's all Mexicans cooking. I don't know how.
That's ridiculous, bro.
The best Chinese place by my house is Mexicans cooking and one little Chinese guy in the front yelling at them. I don't know what language he's yelling at because it's not Spanish. And I don't know what language they speak because they don't look Chinese. They look really Mexican.
Institutions are balancing their books right now. That's why we're seeing this huge sell-off.
It was a joke, okay? Obviously, we're not going to call police on you, telling you you're getting ready to rob a bank. We know it's a joke. We're kidding. You're joking. We're joking. You're joking, and then we joke at your expense. Sorry. Worst ever day for E. Yeah, don't take E, bro. Wait, get Molly. Better recovery. They are Chinese Mexican. We make the best Chinese Mexicans. They're incredible people. Vamos, my
They're the very
amigos.
best. They are the
Vamos.
very best.
Out of the country. Yeah, I know it's me. Like I just said, we have to troll a little, make it a little fun. We're not trading.
We hit previous weekly lows on spot just now.
God forbid we hit the fucking annual low. The previous year low.
Fuck.
What, closed out your cells early?
Last night, yeah, I fucking entered in the very top of the fucking move and could have fucking been holding this whole time and caught 17,000 or 1,700 pips.
Yeah, we had a sell limit right here. Never got there.
Yeah,
Right.
I missed the Zoom call and then I was back home when you guys were already done with it, and I entered sells at the very top of after the Zoom call and caught 2,500 pips, or sorry, 250 pips. And then
That's not bad. That's good. I'll take 250. I'll take 250 out of 2,500. That's 10% of a range. That's great.
yeah, I just wish I would have. I already had my stops at break even, and I mean, after I closed it, I'm like, wait, fucking hedge funds and brokers are gonna be balancing their books, and this shit's just gonna sell off. And I'm just like, damn it, dude. I would have just fucking.
It's not going to sell off forever. It's going to find a range. Probably
no,
the bottom.
I know. Yeah, I'm not saying it's not going to. Yeah, it's for sure going to find a range in this area that you just pointed out. But just from where it was, from where I entered, and just having it break even, like price never even came back close to it.
That range you pointed out, that 1,000 pip range you just pointed out. Yeah, somewhere in there.
Yeah, somewhere in there, you know.
Somewhere in this 1,000 pip range, gang, we're going to see price come back up.
Yeah, it's going to have a reaction.
A lot are getting margin called. Gold's not. So this is good for us. The lower it goes, the less chances of you guys getting margin called in the future. Because this gives you more margin to trade. Or maybe this is the news to the CME. This is the reaction to the CME news. Let's see. Damn. The margin requirement's going up. The market's like, nah, fuck that. Back down we go. More structure for us to trade? Yeah, on the way back up? Hell yeah, we're going to retest these highs. These levels will all be clean drives. The same way you see us coming down, the same way we came up, we're going to ride back up through these levels. No, with nothing in here. It's a matter of time. God damn, it's just one of those mornings. I can't stop sneezing. What it is?
Fuck.
Is it still dropping?
No, it's having looks like a reaction from this previous weekly low. Anybody here play craps?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, once in a while.
Craps is fun.
Oh, that's my joint right there.
Playing it right now on my phone.
I can play it on my phone for fun, but
At the
if I'm putting
casino.
some money down, I got to be in the plate. I got to see who throwing them boys. I got to see the atmosphere, what table is hot, cold, the whole nine, the pit boss.
Yeah, I was at the casino last night playing craps. No luck though.
I thought about it yesterday for a hot minute when I was at work. Like, I should go after work, but nah, we was on Zoom, so I left it alone. I ain't been in a while.
What's your favorite bet on craps?
Well, If I got a favorite number, it'd be a heartache.
Mine's
Gotcha.
10. Yeah.
But I kind of go with the flow. I got a philosophy on how the dice are hitting on what I put on, and you know.
Yeah, my favorite numbers are 10 and 11. I like playing C&E. Putting a C&E bet down and 11 hits.
I actually like the 10 and 4s a lot when they're hitting. If I buy them, they pay so sweet.
I'd rather play a game that has better odds. Yeah, casino craps are the best, unless you're playing poker or you're playing blackjack with a real card holder, not those machines that just keep on shuffling unlimited. Like you can actually see the shoe, right? Those are the best ones, and then you calculate your odds, and then you bring your odds better into your favor. I think the best game, the best odds for any player compared to a casino would be Baccarat. It's the best option for a player than for the
That's
casino,
true.
as long as they don't cheat. As long as the machine that shows the numbers are showing the real numbers of the past and not faking them, then that would be the best option for a player, in my opinion.
You telling me casinos do that?
Yeah, they do. You know the machines for Baccarat, when they show you what came out as the cards?
Uh-huh.
The machine will lie to you to trick you into thinking that what the calculations are different than what they should be. So
Is that
they might
allowed?
give you the real number.
Is that
Yeah,
allowed?
they're privately owned, so they can lie to you and do whatever the hell they want. But then you have to prove that they lied, but you can't have a camera filming it, so you're screwed. So let's say a 9 came out as a 7 and 2, but they'll show 4 and 5. That's tricking you, even though the 9 really came out, but in the way that it did, it was wrong. So the calculations that you're doing based
Oh,
on
that's
the
why you
numbers-
can't count it. Okay.
Yeah, and so you're seeing the cards coming out in a different way based on the numbers that they're pulling.
But the end
And so
result
they
is still
can
the
lie to you about
same.
They're not allowed to, by the way. They're not obviously not allowed to lie to you about it. But if you cash them, they'll just ban you and throw you out because they own the casino and it's privately owned. So that's unfortunately something they do with the blackjack machines. They have the eternal shuffler. I forgot what it's called, but that's absolute garbage. And they can cut the shoe wherever the hell they want. So if you're a good gambler, somebody that's good at winning, they'll cut the shoe like 3/4 and let you play with only a quarter deck. So then you can barely even bet anything. If you're winning a lot of money, they'll force you to only bet one amount, no matter what you play. If it's $500 table, to sell, you can't bet more than $25. And that's how I got banned from many casinos in the world, and I'm on a blacklist for a lot of them. So yeah, casinos are the second biggest scam after a government. But it's fun if you don't mind blowing your money, but it's just pure bullshit in the end. Massive corporations own the casinos and it's all pure profit. They don't care about anybody else. So it's fun when you play with friends, poker here and there. And poker is obviously another way for them to make a lot of money because whether you win or lose, they don't care. They're always going to make a rake no matter what. And they can raise that as much as they want. And they make a shit ton of money when you have hands being played within 2 to 3 minutes or 5 minutes or whatever it is. They make a lot of money.
Starting a poker club?
No, I'm not in a poker club, but I love playing poker. Love
We
playing
should
blackjack.
start a poker club
Sure.
somewhere off the east coast of the U.S. somewhere.
Yeah, international waters now.
Got to take a boat to get there.
You got a couple acquaintances that are pro? I got more than a couple. Yeah, I like where I grew up. There like the poker clubs we play with, maybe 4 or 5 people that are professional poker players, like literally in their tax forms, they're professional poker players. Yeah, I grew up with a lot of people that are on the WPT, WSOP, and on TV, all that shit, winning tournaments. New York's a big poker hub. So when you go to the underground places, you see all the guys that you would see on TV at the WSOP. You see all the guys at the illegal places and the underground places.
Since Chris Moneymaker won, and the movie Rounders, it's just exploded obviously from that point on, and it's been obviously what 23 years since, something like that.
In the last 20 years, 25 years even, this thing,
Yeah.
it's been,
exploded.
man. Yeah, poker clubs started growing massively in New York. A lot of the underground poker clubs, bro, massively in 2006, 2007. So,
And then casinos wanted to get a cut of that, so they started having poker clubs in their casinos, poker lounges.
bro, in New
Attract
York,
people.
it's illegal, but you'd go like across the street from the Empire State Building on like the 58th floor. You come up, there's like a massive penthouse, like 5,000 square feet, floor to ceiling windows, like 10 fucking security guys, all armed, guns, everything, little fucking strap across, and guarding, all illegal, guarding in illegal places. Security guard standing downstairs by the elevator with a gun. Security standing upstairs as you come up the elevator with guns. And then there's a massive door, like a vault, to walk in, and you walk in and there's like fucking 50 tables.
That's dedication. Love that.
I'm telling you, like, so there's a lot of money behind it. It's not like, it's just some dude throwing a poker party. These are expensive places, expensive setups, and it's a whole operation. There's a lot of people on payroll. There's like 50 dealers. There's like 40 security dudes. Like there's, it's a big operation.
There's a lot of money. The amount of money they make on the rake is insane.
And
Even if they
you
could
go
have-
in there and you pay for the, there's no pictures, there's no cameras. You pay for exclusivity and anonymity. And I'm telling you, a lot of the guys that you see at the casinos or on TV at the WSOP and the World Poker Tour, and they all play at these underground places. I mean, a lot of them go to the casinos, but a lot of them play at the underground places.
Yeah, the underground places won't cheat you as compared to the casinos.
Yeah, they want your business. They want all your business.
They want, because that's what keeps them running, and casinos have other things that can keep them going. But poker clubs, they will pay you. They will do what they need to do because, that's how they make their money anyways.
Yeah.
So Phil Ivey, for example, who got scammed because he won, $11 million in one casino and
They didn't pay him, did they?
he
sued them.
They banned him from the casinos, but one casino paid him, and then they sued him to get it back, and the other one never paid him, and then he sued them and lost in court, which absolutely makes no sense, right?
Did the ones that sued him get it back from him? Because why would?
I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I can't remember. I think they filed. I think they
Did he win illegally?
Out of court to settle it. Sorry.
Did he win illegally?
No, he did not.
Did he just like find a weak dealer or something like that?
Yeah, he asked them to put Asian dealers,
Yeah.
that are women, that are pretty. And
It's up to them to oblige or not. Like they don't have to do any shit.
Yeah, I mean, he used, and this is information that he asked the casinos to have in advance. They could have refused at any time.
Yeah, he
There's
called
nothing
them up.
illegal
Yeah, that's what I heard.
about what he did. Sorry?
I heard he called them up and that's what he requested.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
if they say
whenever
no,
go to
he
the
just
casino-
wouldn't come down to the casino.
I mean, listen, they'll just find a way to not pay. The guy wins legally. He finds the patterns on the cards, their cards, not his cards. He gets the dealer to talk to one of his friends or whatever it is. And then so it distracts the dealer from trying to cheat him or do anything like that.
No, I love Phil
And
Ivey,
they call
man.
it cheating. It's not cheating. Same as card counting.
It's
not cheating.
just
So the only way
smart
they can
gambling,
lose-
yeah.
The casino doesn't want to lose, and they buy so many politicians that they are able to change laws as best as they can. And the one law that they couldn't change, they adapted to it very, very quickly and very well. So now for gamblers for blackjack, which was the biggest thing, when the federal courts deemed that it was not illegal back in the 80s to count cards, they said, okay, then we'll just ban people because it's our private property, or we'll limit the amount of money that they can bet. Or
You're an advantage player.
Yeah, you're an advantage player, sir. You know how it is. We'll ask you to leave, and then you're like, okay. And then over time, they're like, all right, this is a formal document. We're gonna have you sign. Whether you sign it or not, you're gonna be banned from all casinos worldwide.
The thing is, it's not personal to them. They do this to a bunch of people. They're just like, all right, we don't want this guy. We don't want this guy. We don't want. That's their job. Who don't we want?
They want the shitty, stupid player that just bets when he's drunk or whatever it is. Because when you're an advantage player, you have an advantage based on the cards that you're counting, right? So even though it's still not 50-50 or even 49-51 or whatever it is, the house still has an advantage. You still give yourself more of an advantage.
You're not the player they desire. Yeah, you're not the profitable one.
Say, I'm sorry, you're too rich for us. You know, your play is too good for us. Yeah, you.
Oh yeah. I've been standing next to my boy at a blackjack table when you have the pit boss walk over. He's like, "Your play." That's exactly what he said. Your play is too good for us. This your last. He's like, "This your last hand, and then I need you to go." Yeah. he's like, "Can I go play at a smaller table?" He's like, "Nah, you can go play any other game, but not this one."
But not blackjack.
Not blackjack. Yeah, that's what he said. He's like, "Yo, can I go to a smaller table or can I bet less?" He's like, "No, you can go play any other game, but not blackjack. We don't, you know."
Casino's different, but yeah.
And that's exactly what he said. Your play is too good for us.
Yeah, I got banned from all the Caesars entertainment casinos worldwide, so that was fun.
Are you actually a card counter?
I am.
Yeah, this guy fucking forbidden from entry in 48 countries.
No, it's not that many. I think they have like 14 properties worldwide or something like that.
Hey, Chad, drop a like, sub to the channel if you're enjoying this card counting stream. Please. Yeah, drop a like, sub to the channel. Please share the stream. On tomorrow's stream, Jay will teach you how to count cards on the first hour and a half of the stream.
It's not really difficult. There are a few strategies. It's not really difficult, but you just have to commit to it and be able to do a lot of things at the same time while you're seeing the cards and not getting distracted so that they don't catch you.
Oh, have you ever seen me driving? I'm multitasking at like 18 things.
No, but a lot of people don't know how to count fast enough. And so when they do that, they're like staring at the cards and you're like, okay, bro, like it's too obvious. Or they're not talking to anybody or not having a drink or a Coke or something like that. Or
they're just too focused.
Yeah, because you want to take away the focus off you betting. And then obviously when you raise your bets a lot more, that's why a lot of the dealers will say, oh, big money coming in. Oh, we got big bet here. Oh, 500 here. Oh, they want.
Oh, that lets the pit boss know.
Yeah, they want the chef, pit boss, whoever it is, to be aware of who's betting higher. And then the pit boss will take a look and see what's going on. And then they'll put it in their system and then see, okay, how many times he's doing that. Then they'll call it upstairs, and then upstairs we'll take a look and see if you're
do they have, is there a person watching this, or do they have like an algo that like they put in like what you're doing and the algo's like, no, get this guy out of here?
They have a person watching you, but they also have the algorithm that gives you tracking. They started creating those as well because it's not illegal because you're in.
But I mean, yeah, if you're a casino, you got massive money. You probably built that software, you know, proprietary in-house just to be able to tell whose business you want and don't want.
Casinos have the best camera systems, you know,
facial recognition. Yeah.
Calculation of potential ways of people moving their hands or looking at their eyes and
their
eyes are getting bigger, if they're really winning for real or not, and if the guy is just too cool or not. So that's why a lot of people that are banned from Vegas will go there with disguises and stuff like that.
Do they have a communication system between casinos? Like, hey, we just banned this guy. We don't want his business. Don't let him in yours.
Blacklist. Yeah,
well, then, no. That's a blacklist. Like, if you're banned totally, but like, let's say they kicked you out of one. They're like, we don't want your business. Will the next casino know?
Yes, they will talk to each other and say, hey, listen, we just banned this guy for counting. Blah blah blah. This is what's going on. But this is usually for the bigger casinos, not the smaller ones. So technically, the word spreads pretty quickly if you're a counter. Like you're. Yeah. Oh, it does. It does, because they all work together. Remember that most of them are owned by 5 or 6 big multi-billion
Monopoly.
corporations.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're no longer like privately owned by like one person or two people. Very rarely. They're all usually.
It's a conglomerate, yeah.
Especially in Vegas because of the hotels that are involved with it as well. They make a shit ton of money from that.
Yeah, the hospitality industry.
Yeah. So yeah,
Best Western casino coming near you, coming to a motel near you.
I'm telling you, it's absolutely insane. Like even when I was there, last time I was there was in what year was that? I think it's 2017 or something like that.
You have not been in a casino in 10 years?
Yeah, from the Caesars Corporation. No, but I've been to casinos.
Little Caesars?
Countries.
Bro.
Sorry?
Little Caesars? Pizza. Mwah! Ban this guy.
I won a lot of money and they didn't want to pay me. And obviously I had to contact lawyers. There's things that you can do, obviously, because they can't prove that you cheated if you're doing things the legal way. And then so obviously you have to have lawyers to threaten them and do all that. And what they'll do is they have cops on their payroll. And once you're out of the casino, they're going to follow you, find out where you are, what you're doing. And then they're going to have you stop if you're driving your own car. And the cops are going to come and say, hey, what are you doing? What's this and that, blah, blah, blah.
Can't do it. Can't do that with a wife.
If you've got cash in your car and they know it or they can see it, they can stop you, seize that money and for you until you prove where the funds came from. And then you have to go through, even though you know where the funds, they know where the funds came from and everything. They're just going to be assholes about it. That's just unfortunate, but it's better than when the mob owned it and then just, cut your feet into your hands or just tossed you in the desert and killed you. So there's good and bad in everything, but
dude, the world needs a reset from all these fucking rich people.
Can barely hear you, buddy.
So the world needs a reset from all these fucking rich people.
Yeah, they need way more than a reset. This is the entire world has gone to shit for so many different things, and people don't value friendship, family, God, and they value prostitution. I mean, I don't want to get involved in talk about all that conversation, but yeah, the world has not been good for a very long time. Yes, I'm careful, Turpy.
Yeah, careful.
So you gotta be careful, and you gotta be smart about it. And that's why trading is an amazing thing, so that it can help you make money and not be forced to have a job and adhere to what your boss tells you that you have to think or have to do, and it allows you to be more free and get out of the matrix in that way, so that you can hopefully have enough kids, raise them to show them what the best way to do things, and then help you reshape society in the best way that it should be.
Buy Lambo.
Look, nobody counts cards better than me.
Nobody counts cards better than I do.
They say, sir, you can't do that at the table, and I say, why not? It's called being smart.
They don't like that.
The cards come out. I remember them. I have tremendous memory.
Yep.
They've never seen winning like this before. It's legal. It's math. It's beautiful math. The dealers don't like it. The pit boss doesn't like it. But the cards love me. We're going to have a landslide victory at the blackjack table this morning, believe me. The Chinese, they never win at poker.
You're seeing a lot of young people winning at poker as well. They're like, they dedicate their life to that. It's insane. And you see some really young ones, 22, 23, 24, and they're $15 million in profit in live or in tournaments, and you're like, damn, man. Like, it takes a lot to be able to win tournaments.
Think about like people are like, oh, it's just like there's people that win poker tournaments all the time. Like they do, and it's there's just sharks. There are people that are sharks, absolute fucking animals at the table.
True. That my best rating, well, not rating, but my best position in a tournament. I came in second at a WPT tournament. I was such a stupid idiot on the heads up. I was annoyed, and then I bungled it, and then I came in second. But love playing but you need a lot of time, a lot of strategy, and it has to pay off a big amount. Otherwise, you can't just have a normal life. You have to travel a lot.
Jay,
in different countries.
Jay, can I ask you?
Easy.
Can I ask how old you are?
I'm 45.
Nice. Okay. I'm
Yeah,
29.
people don't give me my age. You're 29. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been playing poker for a long time, but not for professionally or anything like that. But I definitely played a lot of tournaments. I love it. I enjoy it. The last tournament I played was in France, in Paris. But I'm here
not in
Europe,
India? So you're talking Paris in India.
So...
You know, the one in
Paris,
France.
Paris, Texas. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm here in Spain, living in Spain, so it's easier for me to access the European tour. Get from place to place, but it's not something you can do anymore when you have a family, right? And when you're trading, it's a little more difficult. So doing it when you're younger is obviously the smart move. So anybody that's good at counting cards or understanding the strategies and probabilities and calculations could get into something like that. But they would have to start young. 28. Yeah, I mean, until you're mid 30s, until you start having a family, as a guy, go for it. Do your things or do the trading. Anyways, the money you make from trading, you can't just keep it to make more money. You have to invest it in other things that bring you stuff. Real estate. Investments where they give you dividends. That's the best way to do it.
And never take a paycheck, just take debt.
Yeah, use your debt.
Because they can't fucking tax debt.
Yeah, they can't tax that. You're right. So do what Elon Musk does.
Literally.
Build Teslas.
Fucking don't fucking sell a home. Do a cash out refinance. Fucking take that money, buy another home, do another
Unless you don't
cash
have
out
capital
refinance.
People on stream are like, bro, I'm just trying to pay rent this month, bro.
Yeah, well, I mean, the question is like when you're able to pay rent and do more, what do you do? And not enough people talk about this shit. Not enough people talk about like, okay, hey, what do I do now that I have all this money?
Don't go buy a
Nobody
house.
teaches you in school. Yeah, they don't teach you in school. That's why
don't
people
get
stay
into a
broke.
fucking. Don't go buy a house with no money down. That's for damn sure, because it ain't a fucking good investment. Like it fucking used to be.
If you're gonna buy a fucking rental property.
Yeah, buy a
that's
duplex, a
smart.
quadplex, buy something that's going to be an asset, not a liability.
And then go
Don't
rent.
buy it. Don't pay for it in its entirety. Make sure it makes sense so that you're using your 20% or something like that as your down payment.
Yeah.
The rental
Jared already knows. I rent where I live, and I
That's what I do too.
Yeah.
I rent where
I rent
live,
out what I own.
and I rent out where I own. Correct. And I think the best ways to invest are for commercial buildings that have residential access, so you could get.
Let me go.
4 to 5 units in a building. I think that's a smart way. That way, if anything isn't rented out. And then single family homes are a little harder because if that person leaves, then you're kind of screwed finding somebody else. But then,
Or you get
have,
into
let's say,
Section 8, and then you're guaranteed payments.
Yeah, but then
Dude,
also-
honestly, I think they should fucking abolish Section 8, bro. I
Pros and
think they
cons,
should
but yeah,
fucking
I mean,
abolish
it's an
that
issue.
bullshit.
People will pay $100, they can't even afford it, and then the government pays the rest. But then you have to be very careful as to what you do.
Yeah,
you-
it ain't the government. It ain't the government paying the rest. It's the fucking taxpayers that are paying the rest.
Did you see
Yeah.
the dude that's the guy that's going for next governor of Florida? You know how we got DeSantis? It's pretty good, but the next guy, he wants to get rid of all property taxes. All
Really?
property.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah, he's like, no,
I
we're
hope so.
Florida's gonna be sick if he does that, because and he's right. He's like, why are we renting the house that you own from the federal government? You own it, not the government. When you're paying property taxes, you're basically paying rent to the government.
You don't own anything. If your
Yeah,
name's
so-
on the paper, doesn't matter. Government
so
can take it at any
he's-
time.
So what
You don't
he's
even own
trying to do.
yourself. You're stock in the U.S. government. with the
Yeah,
date of
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
born.
Yeah, you don't pay your taxes, you're screwed. They'll take the property, and then you'll owe property tax, and then somebody could just take it by buying a tax lien on. I mean, you don't really own anything. You always have to pay. Inheritance tax, capital gains tax.
But that's
tax
something
tax,
passed down
tax
by the
lien.
state, isn't it? The property tax, because the government's going to collect that from the state, isn't it? Or that's just up to the state, to each state on their own, I think.
You still have the federal tax to pay. I mean, some states don't charge you for income tax or capital gains tax. It depends on each state, but you still have a federal one. either
Hey,
way.
if they get rid of property tax, it makes sense to buy and own a house. You know what I mean? Because
I
like
think
some of the property, like the house I want, the property tax on that annually is probably like
Not on a 50-year mortgage. Not on a
I'm
50-year mortgage.
not trying to get a 50-year mortgage, bro. I'm just trying to go buy cash.
Not. Yeah. No, obviously, if you're buying in cash, no, for sure.
But yeah, you know, the
But,
property taxes, there's some houses in my neighborhood, the property taxes each year are like 150,000 a year. 40,000 a year, 50,000 a year. So yeah, there's some massive fucking
neighborhood you live in, Jesus.
so the houses on the water by me are like 15 to 20 mil, 10 mil, 8 mil, and that's like, you're the brokey in the neighborhood with like a $6 million house.
And you really are.
yeah, the property taxes are
Nice
not
area.
taken by the state; they're only taken by the local government. I just had to verify that just to confirm.
Yeah, so if we fucking get rid of property taxes, man.
The system is built for rich people. It ain't built
A lot
for
of
poor
investment.
people.
But that'll attract a lot of investment.
Yeah. But also
a
what he's
smart-
trying to do, he wants to get rid of property taxes, but he also at the
What would
same
you do
time wants to get rid of short-term rentals.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Because he's
Didn't Ron DeSantis say that he was gonna fucking say, "Oh, we're gonna take away property tax, abolish property taxes in the state."
he wanted to, never got it done, never got to it. I think he was just too busy running for president. But really, the best governor we got. He's the best governor in the country. And then you have the Texas governor. What's his name?
Abbott.
Abbott. There you go. Yeah, Greg Abbott. They're both really good governors. That would destroy Airbnb. Yeah, I have Airbnbs and I would sell them.
do you need a license on your end?
Airbnbs, yes, and it's not a state license. It's a city license, depending on the city, and then it really depends if the city is incorporated or not, because then they have different laws. For example, I have an Airbnb that I rent out in Dania Beach, right? That I own, and that Airbnb like it has different route. Like I cannot do rentals shorter than 3 days. So if somebody books for overnight, like I can't do that. It's illegal. Right, but the one I have in Hollywood, I can do that. I can rent that out every single day, and they're literally like 3 blocks away from each other, but just like they're the city line.
And how many Airbnbs do you have?
Yes, 3, I think.
3. Well, no, 2 now because sold one.
Oh yeah, you mentioned it last time.
Have they been worth it? How long have you had these?
Yeah. So I showed my bookings like sometime last year. It's really went down. That's why I really don't want to I want to get rid of it. I had to sell one of my Airbnbs because what happened was the next door neighbors would cause problems every day. Like they posted up billboards on the edges of their houses facing my property that says short-term rentals are not welcome here. And then every time people would come in, they would send me a picture and say, "Oh, your neighbors must be fun."
Jesus.
And it wasn't like a little sign; it was a whole billboard, like a 20 by 20 foot thing in their front yard, facing the windows of my Airbnb from both sides.
Is that legal?
They're doing it on their property. Stretched.
Call the HOA.
It's
Yeah, but
there's no
there's
HOA.
There's something that's got to be illegal about that. First off, for the
So it's a big, bro. It's big ass sign. They're like hanging from the palm tree to the mango tree, like a fucking billboard. I don't know how much they paid for those banners, but they went out of their way to buy them and hang them for my property. And the thing is, they would call the police, right, on everything. There's noise laws. There's party laws. So like, there's just a whole bunch of different laws that my tenants would break that I can't control. But the thing is, when the police is called, I have to control that, right? Because enough calls to the city and they'll take away your Airbnb license, right? So on every phone call, I would have to go out, and like, usually you want some good neighbors that'll call you and be like, with my other properties, it was like, all right, we're your neighbors. We're gonna give you a call if we see, like, you know, if something goes off, and we're gonna be cool neighbors. So every time it'd be loud or a party, they'd call me and they'd be like, yo, there's 20 cars in your lot, and you probably want to come down, take care of this. So I would go down and I'd be like, look, I told you guys, you can't, no parties, not that type of neighborhood, and like I would have to take care of that. But this house
to have an Airbnb license.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need permission from the city, from where you're doing it. Yeah.
Most countries in the world.
Airbnb will license you, and then you got to go to the local government and get permission.
So if you want to buy a property and then you want to be able to rent it out short term, you can't even do that unless you own the property first to be then able to ask for the license and then get the government to approve you. It's absolutely a hellhole. Also in Europe, you can't inherit it, so you can't pass it down to somebody when you die, and you can't, when you sell the property, give the license to them. Like, you would lose them. You would lose the license. You would lose the permit. I don't know if it's the same thing in the States anymore. I used to have Airbnb.
Fuck the government. Fuck everything, bro. Yeah. I
got rid of all my properties for Airbnb back in 2020. As soon as when everything crashed within 4 months, I had to get rid of everything. Because I was losing a lot of money, obviously, during that time. But it became really a headache. So I don't know if the laws changed since then, Wix. Can you sell your property with the license or no?
No.
Dude, I'm gonna go live in fucking Thailand.
Wait. That also depends. So no. I sell it. The city knows it's a short-term rental. So for the one I sold, I think they were trying to turn it into a short-term rental, and they didn't. But at one point, I remember them going to visit the city and trying to make sure that it's okay to transfer the license into their name for that property, something like that. But it's possible. I think it depends on the city. Also, if it's possible to transfer just the Airbnb ownership. Also.
Okay, Europe is not possible, so that's why you got to be more careful. People that own the properties will own it for a very long time.
But no, I'm not 100% sure. That's just like, I remember them doing that, but I don't think they ended up doing an Airbnb.
Interesting.
It would be hard, bro, with the neighbors like that. Like it's such a big headache.
Well, damn. I mean, don't forget, it's the hotel lobbies that pushed on all the politicians to get rid of Airbnb, and then now they're banned in a lot of major cities. And
I honestly, it's not a bad idea. I'm not a big fan of Airbnb. I don't want no Airbnbs next to me because it's random people coming into the neighborhood just to party. Right? Who the fuck comes down to Florida? The only time it's not is if it's like another. Well, here's the thing.
Some are good, some are bad. There's always good and bad in everything. Like the hotels, if they control everything, they'll raise the prices tremendously.
Yes, but you're inviting people that aren't from the neighborhood into the neighborhood, and usually in that case, people don't give a shit, right? We're not from here. Like, we're here to like just enjoy our vacation and party, and a lot of times, like, that causes a nuisance. And if you're a family, right? If you're raising kids there and you have like 30 people coming down for a big ass party, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
dude, I'm gonna be
walking my kids and there's strippers running around the fucking front yard.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm gonna go live in fucking Belize. I'm fucking so tired of this bullshit, bro.
It ain't better than the US.
I mean, in any country that you go to, you've got good and bad. And obviously there's more bad in certain countries than good, but you got to be able to find a way to make it work for yourself. And multiple passports is the ideal thing to do, obviously, the first thing. So you have access to any country you want, and then just go from wherever you are. That's why I don't own where I live. So if I don't like it, I just move. And where I own, have it rented out is the smartest thing to do. Now, obviously, short-term rentals or long-term rentals are different, but a lot of people won't be able to afford the long-term rental cost that you need in order to cover your mortgage and a little bit of profit. But if you are able to find that, and then you can do that for 4 or 5 units, that way you could protect yourself if you have 67 to 70% occupancy, and then have a management company manage the entire building.
So how we started, I was just saying, so my Airbnbs right now, if I look at it at the schedule, we're booked probably for 26 out of the 30 days next month.
It's decent.
That's great. And it's like, it used to be like that, like 6 months ahead. Last year, I could look all the way from now to June and be booked for over 20 days every single month. Right? That brings in good money. Only if you decide to run everything yourself and manage yourself. If you have less than 5, maybe 8 properties, it's like all the money that you make will be eaten up by the management company. All of it.
Yeah.
So what happens is, unless you have 10 or more properties, it doesn't make sense to have a management company. But when you don't have a management company, you're doing everything yourself, right? So I go out there, something breaks, I go out there and fix it. I mean, obviously I have partners and like whichever one of us like, or if something needs to be done, like I said, it wasn't the management company. I'd go out there and meet the cops, right? If police is called, if somebody needs to be kicked out, I'd go out there, I'd kick them out. Right? Because it's not a management company. And when something needs to be cleaned or repaired, I would do it or fixed, right? And because all that money that you've just made over the month, it's going to get eaten up by that management company, the repair guy, the maintenance guy, like all of that, right? So you really need to do all of that on your own if you want to make money. Unless you have like, a good 10 properties where you just hire a management company and there's enough profits to cover everything and live.
Yeah,
Jay, where do you live? What country do you live in again?
Who?
He's in Spain.
Jay, you're in Spain?
Yeah, I live in Spain now.
What's Spain like?
It's less woke in the area that I'm in, but
No English.
no, some people speak English, obviously, but I'm in Alicante, and properties are less expensive here, so I might be looking at buying something, but I have to see what it would be like for the short-term rental.
Have you been to like Bali or Thailand?
No, I've never been. Never been, but I would like to one day. Obviously, it's one of the continents that I've never been to for Asia, so I'd like to one day. But yeah, I mean, I've lived in many countries. I think it's country number 9 or something like that, and I just moved here. I was living in Portugal last year, and in the Algarve at the beach. I'm here at Alicante near the beach. I mean, each country's got good things and bad things. I don't like a country that protects their illegals or their
I do like illegals that protect their country.
Sorry?
I do like illegals that protect their country.
It's only the illegals that protect the country?
Said I don't like the country that protects illegals, but I do like illegals that protect this country.
Yeah, I mean, that's rarer because usually people that are like that.
America does that. America will take you if you want to fight a war for us, but then when you come back, you just got to go back to your side.
Dude, there's fucking citizens that here in America that'll if we got in a war with a different country, they'll be like, no, I'm with the other country, not America, and you're a fucking citizen for America.
Yeah, I wouldn't fight against America, but like I'm telling you, if I see a Soviet tank rolling down South Beach, I'm digging my heels in and I'm fighting. But I'm not going overseas to fight nobody's war. If I see a tank coming down my block with a big red star on it, I'm digging my heels in. I ain't going nowhere.
I think that anybody would do that regardless of if it's Russia or anybody else. You want to protect where you, obviously, and your family. I think that.
But that's the only way. Other than that, you know what, honey? Pack my shit in a lunchbox. I'm going to war. I'm flying out to Ukraine tomorrow. No.
I think the issue is it's a scam if you get into the army or in the armed forces because you don't control what you do or where you go. and whoever's the moron in charge at that point in time wants to cause a war, create a war, you'll be obligated to go there. And right now we don't have any drafts, but it's still possible.
Yeah.
And the issue with that is that they don't care about you. They just want bodies, and they want you to go and die for them. And then you get a nice medal or star or something like that, and then your family's devastated. But then you're supposed to be able to feel some sort of pride. I respect a lot of the people, obviously, that do that, but I don't.
Even they come back and they're like, bro, don't do it. Don't join. I have so many friends that came back from the military. They're like, what a fucking scam. I regret it.
I agree. It's a massive scam. I don't understand why they do it, but it's
What they tell me is that everything that they promise, right? All the recruiters, it's all bullshit. And I'm like, well, how can it all be bullshit? They're like, no, bro, trust me. It's all fucking lies. Everything I was promised, all lies. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, because you're in and you sign a contract, you're in for years. Bro, you're not getting out of it unless you want court-martialed and then, spend time in jail.
Yeah.
So you're kind of screwed.
And then you're never getting a fucking job anywhere. If you've been dishonorably discharged.
Oh yeah, no, you're screwed. Yeah, unless you're licking boots day and night and then move up in the ranks and then you still have to lick boots. Yeah, you can't. You got to be a yes sir or yes ma'am, and I don't like that. No disrespect to anybody who's in the army or in the armed forces. I know it's something very hard that you want to do. You feel like you need to protect your country, and that's great. I just don't understand how people do that when the politicians are doing the things wrong, when they're forcing you to go into wars that make absolutely no sense, when they will lie to make sure that they fill their coffers and pockets for that. And we've been seeing all the truth coming out now with all the wars that they've been creating and all the money where it's going. People are dying everywhere, but the politicians are getting the kickbacks and all the money from that, especially with the Ukraine war. And now, obviously US protecting Israel with the genocide that's happening. It's very difficult to trust anybody to put your life in their hands. I'd rather die for my family, knowing that what I'm doing for them is the number one thing to protect them. And then I'll fight my war my way by making the money I need to in order to make sure that they are able to, be provided for and then understand what the world is like and, to be able to maneuver around that. I think that's the smartest way to do that. Unfortunately, we get a lot of brainwashing that happens in our day and age. And if you go in to join the armed forces now, and then Trump is in power, you're like, okay, great. And look, now he's changed his allegiance. And not even that. In 3 years, there's going to be a new president, right? They may do something completely different, but you're still stuck in the army for whatever years. And yeah, Army Reserve, 8 years, bro. That's insane. It's you just don't know what's going to happen. That's the problem. So that's why a lot of people are waking up, and the governments don't like that, because a lot of people are waking up. They're not getting involved in the armed services, in the armed forces. They're not acquiescing to just working a normal job and then taking the crap from a boss and whatever salary they tell you to take, and then take it up the ass for the rest of it.
It's not like that. Also, like, for everybody, like, there you go. You have sound doctrine. Did 21 years, best decision you made, and it's like that for a lot of people, but not like, it's very, very individualized. And the majority of people, a large majority of people that I know that have gone to the military, regret it. They wish they did something else. They could have done so many other things that would have had them way further ahead in life, right? And yeah, I get, like, it can be prestigious, right? And obviously, yes, thank you for your service. Of course, we need people in the military. We need a military. We need people like you, right? But I'm just,
this is just my personal opinion.
for me, the pros don't outweigh the cons, right?
Yep. We're on that aspect as well. We see it the same way, you and I, Wix. And
Hey, this is a huge thing that I thought about. There's a reason why they pay fucking sports players so much money and not our fucking military members, because if they actually paid our military members millions of dollars, or something would actually fucking happen in our country.
It's not just that. They pay the sports guys a lot of money so that you can be entertained by not noticing.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Take your mind off that.
It was bread and circus. Now it's entertainment and beer.
Yeah, people don't know what's happening outside. They don't really care about it. They want entertainment, so they start watching sports, and then they love that. So they pay the people, sports fans. The sports athletes quite a bit of money in order to be able to achieve what they need to, so that the actual fans forget about what's happening outside. A lot of people don't even know what's happening outside, because obviously the media is controlled. And so unless you're on X or on Rumble or anything like that, then you won't even know what's happening. And that's
Dude, I just had to I had to delete all my social media recently because I was just like, I just couldn't fucking keep doing it anymore.
Yeah, no,
Hey.
it's
And give me 2 minutes. My lawn guys are here, so yeah, you guys can talk. Just give me a few minutes.
all right. Yeah, I mean, I get that. Social media is a cancer. It's a cancer. It's destroyed society since its inception in 2007 with Facebook. I think it was 6 or 7, and then 2010 I think was Instagram. Massive cancer. Destroyed society, destroyed everything. And look at that. You know, first world countries are having massive issues because nobody is reproducing. More people are dying than being born, and unfortunately that's what is making them bring in all the people from third world countries. Bring in the third world country, become the third world country. These people are not going to go fight for your country. They're not going to get involved in other people's wars. They're not going to do it, and they're going to grow their own families with their own religions, with their own cultures, and then the country that you're from will lose that over time. And I'm so proud of the new Japanese prime minister. She's a woman. She's, I think she's the first, and I'm very proud of her because she said, I would rather die with my Japanese people the way that we are now than rather bring in the third world country and repopulate our country that way. And I think that's a smarter decision to make. And obviously now she has to find a way to get people to repopulate the country and have babies again. And unfortunately, people don't have that sense of pride anymore of their own country and be proud to say, hey, I'm Japanese or I'm Spanish or I'm American, or unless they're brainwashed. And that's unfortunate. So, you know, that's why, you know, working for yourself, doing your own things is usually the best move. And having a big family, and when you're in your 30s, you start there, is going to help, you know, change the world with the views that you have. You obviously can't be woke. You have to have logic. You can't say men can be women and women can be men. You can't say men can go into women's bathrooms. It just doesn't make sense. We separated that to protect the women, and
Hey,
now nobody's protecting
I'm
them.
gonna play something real quick. I want to see if you can hear it. Hold on.
Wait. It might get flagged if you play something that's not
Oh
allowed.
fuck!
Yeah.
Damn it!
You'd have to ask Wix what it is, and he'll tell you because he might just get, you know.
Wait, hold on. I'll just hold on. I'll just.
You might not get banned, but you might get a.
Here you go. Oh, not that. Damn it! Come on. Where the fuck? I'm sending you a message on Zoom.
Let's see.
All right.
Oh yeah, you can't play anything from there. It's literally from YouTube. You can't. They're gonna strike him.
Gotcha.
I'm not even opening it. Yeah, they're gonna strike him right away. They, you know, people that stream, if they play something from YouTube that you don't have the right to play, they'll strike it. Music, anything like that, they'll strike it. And then we don't want his account, his account to get striked out. He already got strikes a few times. He got shut down a few times. So even
Damn.
yeah, anything over 7 seconds. There you go. I mean, just yeah, you don't want to do that. But you can send it in Discord. People can watch it in Discord. Free Discord gang. You come and watch that and enjoy that there. I'll have Nightbot send the Discord link. Yeah, I mean, look, we talk about trading. We talk about different things. Right now, it's obviously ranging. Not much going on.
I can't send you a message because we're not friends.
Sorry?
I can't send you a message on Discord because we're not friends.
Well, you can find me and send me a direct message.
It says I can't be delivered. Can't be delivered because you don't accept messaging unless you're directly friends.
No, a lot of people send me messages and then I approve them or not. I mean, I have a massive amount of people that send me messages that I'm not friends with. Let me see if I can find you. Are you Sam? Yeah, Sam Heaps. Where?
Yeah.
What's your Discord name?
Wait, aren't you J Mac in Discord?
No, that's somebody else.
That makes sense. Okay.
J Mac is black. I'm white. Different guys. I don't know if you
Yeah,
guys
I don't know what your name is in Discord.
It's just J, J-A-Y. I don't have a picture on it. I don't know if you can see J Max, but mine has no picture on it.
Oh, okay.
Wait to saying you're all witnessing the beginning of beautiful bromance. Yo, man, great, great minds think alike, like-minded people. Oh, there you go. I got your friend request. If you share the stream, like-minded people and get to see what we see. I mean, you get to enjoy the trading, get to enjoy the money that you make, and yeah, there we go. I accepted your friendship request. All right, your friend request. Yeah, I mean, that's the idea, right? You want to be around people that think similarly to you. So if you're in a job that you don't like, or that your boss is, putting a lot of pressure on you, or insulting you, or anything like that, or you can't really speak about the true things because you're afraid you're going to get, fired. The greatest way of going about to change your life is finding something that will generate money for you that will be sufficient to be able to cover those bills. So, investments, real estate, dividends, these are amazing things. So when you trade, congrats, hooking big fish, 3K today, man. That's awesome, man. When you're making your money from the trading, do not just keep reinvesting in trading only, right? Use your money, make your investments, and then so if anything happens in the trading, you still have your investments coming in to pay your bills. That's what's the smartest thing to do. Don't quit your job. Keep your job, do your things, but then trade at the same time on the side. When you come here, you learn a lot, you get to understand a lot, so then you can trade off hours when we're not together. And when you are with us, then you can take the positions and get those W's, because we're making a lot of money here. So over time, you're going to grow. You're going to grow mentally, you're going to grow physically, you're going to grow emotionally, you're going to understand how to not FOMO, you're going to understand how to not trade, dumb positions, you're going to understand why you're taking a position. Take it easy, Turpy. This is the smart thing to do. So, we appreciate everybody being in here. That's just the first step in, changing your life. So, and he's not even, he's not asking for money, man. It's free, free 99, as he likes to say. So yeah, this is extra stuff, we talk about as well, because people don't know what they're going to do with their money. Most people, when they win the lottery, they say, oh, I'm going to buy a house, or I'm going to buy a car, and but then they have no idea how to invest the money. So we teach you here extra little things, and don't spend money on other people that don't deserve it, right? You want to spend money on the people that love you the way that you love them, and then that reciprocate it, and that's your family. And you need to make your own money first, take care of yourself first, so you can take care of others. And that's the smartest decision I was ever given, as smartest advice that my father and my mother gave me, right? So you get to learn from others. I'm 45. A lot of people here are a lot older, and they have different advice. Some people are younger, and I still listen to some advice that they have, because Wix is younger than me, and I listen to him, and I trade like he does, right? There are other people out there. So it doesn't matter what the person's age is, it's the wisdom, their experience, and so on and so forth. You got to show proof of that as well. So hopefully, that helps everybody. Yeah, if you work a 9 to 5 or 8 to 5, whatever it is, it's obviously during the trading session. Then we also have the Asian session in the evenings, right? 8 p.m. To 10 p.m. Eastern time. So you have that. So you can trade that way as well. Yeah, Turpy, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, when I talk, I'm not trying to talk to give shit to people. I'm trying to talk to give advice, help some people. Sometimes it's just for banter, and obviously for trading. So this is Wix's platform, so he's going to talk about the trading, and I'll give my 2 cents here and there. But you see all these guys here in the Zoom gang, we're paying members. We pay for the signals that we get, and we get access to the Zoom, so there's no delay. And it's very clear that when we can see the charts and everything. We are all in the Clubhouse chat as well, where we have private messages there and not just in the general chat. And it allows us to be able to have that community together, right? Today, people were talking about, okay, look, we're looking at selling, we're looking at this, we're looking at that, way before Wix was even live. So we talk to each other, we help each other out, we look at different levels, and we help each other out with that. So that's definitely very important to have that community. I'll have Nightbot give you the information for the signals there. It's not just the signals, right? So you have the signals, you have the Zoom.
If you're looking for a community, join the signals.
Yeah. You have the Clubhouse chat. Yeah, a lot of things. So, and it's really cheap, and it's going to go up, by the way, maybe around Valentine's Day, Wix was saying. So take advantage now, and he's going to find a way to grandfather you in at the price that you're going to get in at. That way you don't get to pay more in the future. I think it's going to go up by maybe 50%, he said, price-wise. Anyways, all that to say, people who are in the Army, great. Love it. You know, we need people to protect the borders. It's just not something that most people see today as being something that was awesome back in the day, because unfortunately of the money being put into it, the wars to go and fight Afghanistan, you know, Iraq, all those were lies. They were lies.
It's happening today.
Yeah. And unfortunately, you know, they will lie to do whatever they want. And then when
Iraq 2.0.
Yeah. Armed forces, you have no choice but to do what they tell you to do. And that's sometimes unfortunate, but that's also how life is, right? If you have a job that you can't get out of and that you hate, you need to find a way to make a change, but without quitting that job, you need to find something first. So whether it is to start your business, whether it is to, you know, trading or anything like that. And I think the best thing I found was to do trading, because it allows you to make quite a bit of money with a very minimal amount of time. And once you learn how to do that, then you can invest in yourself, whether you do that through the prop firm, Top 1 Futures that Wix promotes, or whether you do that with another one, or whether you do that with your own live capital, or both. It depends on you. So you have to be really committed. And if you're not committed, you know, you're your own worst enemy. So you're going to hate what you're going to do. And at some point, you're just going to be frustrated by everything that's happening. So if you want to make a change, you want to get yourself that nice car, that nice house, and all these things that you know, see people having, you got to put in the work. And
Literally the biggest way to get ahead in this day and age is by using leverage. And as much as that sucks, it just literally, what else is there? You know what I mean? Like there's like, I mean, you can work the rest of your life and trade your time for money and then maybe enjoy 10, 15 years of your life, right? Once you retire. Or you can somehow get ahead, right? And outwork the system. It's like, I don't know. I just don't see anybody really getting ahead unless they're using some form of leverage.
That's 100% agree with you. You must leverage everything in life. So
Yeah,
you have to leverage your time.
not even just money. Yeah, you have to literally leverage everything.
Well, you can't do everything. Everybody has the same 24 hours. So why are people making a lot more money than you are? Because they're using other people's time as leverage in order to get what they need.
And money. Yep. No, and money is just an exchange of energy. That's all money is.
Yeah. Profits help you with that because they'll give you the capital, you know, 25, 50, 100, 150K.
They're basically fake it till you make it, right? Leverage until it's your own money.
I mean, I don't like the fake it till you make it expression. We used to talk about that back in the day when we were doing MLM in 2000 or 1999 or some shit like that.
Oh my God.
You don't want to fake it till you make it.
You know, I didn't come from that side of the industry. I didn't even know that side of the industry existed until like 3-4 years in. And then I realized, holy shit, everyone's a marketer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, did these guys come from the Herbalife side of things?
A lot of people did that. Yeah. I mean, it was a big thing back then. And yeah, I also hate that phrase, Bouge. Yeah, I agree with you. You want to use the leverage, and the prop firms are very, very good at that because it's not too expensive. You leverage the capital that they provide you in order to make real actual money from it. And that's going to help you. So, excuse me. So if you're able to grow your funds to 25 or 30,000 in real capital and real money, then you can maybe open your own live account and then trade it that way without having the drawdown or the maximum drawdown or the limitations that prop firms provide. but they're still there and really good if you don't have that kind of money. So you can just grow it from that point, and that's going to help you tremendously. And if you don't take stupid trades, and if you don't trade, 4 or 5 times a day or 100 times a day, and if you take 1 to 2 great positions, you can grab 80, 50, 80 pips a day, and then grow your lot size or your contract, and then from there, you grow your amount of money. Wix is taking 20 lots, 10 lots. Other people are taking 2 to 5 lots or contracts, whatever you want to call them. That's a lot of money.
For full transparency, I dropped my account of 50K, took 170K withdrawal, and now I'm trading 5 to 7 lots.
Oh, you pulled it out. Nice, good for you.
Yeah, so we're gonna start the year at 50K again, like last year.
5 to 7 lot. That's $500 to $700 for each point. So each.
No,
pips.
70, 50 to 7. Oh, yeah, for 10 pips. Yeah, for each.
Yeah.
So imagine he does 50 pips for that day. That's $2,500 to $3,500, bro. Most people don't make that in a month. Imagine where you grow from there, right? So if you are patient and then you don't make stupid mistakes and stupid moves and pineapple left and right and everywhere, then the best position that you will take will generate that money for you.
A little thing about last year, I started at 5 lots and ended the year at 20 lots.
Yep. So 20 lots, gang. That's quite a bit of money. Right? 20 pips is 40 grand right there. 4 grand right there. Right? So one day you can get to that point. And he grew his account from 50 to 220,000 in a year. That's real money, bro. Like he made 170K in a year. Right?
But that's only from 50K, and that's from making 600 a year before that.
Wix, what are you doing for taxes on that? I'm just curious.
Going to this person. It's called a tax guy.
Well, yeah.
And
are you expecting to pay a good amount?
I'm expecting to pay around
30?
Around
30%?
no, I'm expecting to pay around 45 grand, maybe 50 grand in taxes.
Yeah, 30%.
Fuck taxes.
But you gotta understand, I'm gonna have a lot of write-off. I still gotta go spend some money. My account told me I gotta go spend some money.
Yeah, it's
before the end of the year.
Yeah.
Go buy yourself that Range Rover and expense it completely, bro.
I don't think you can do that as a trader.
Sure, you're self-employed.
No, yeah.
No,
I'm not a trader. The S corp technically trades, and I'm on payroll.
Yeah, you pay yourself.
Okay, so you wait. Are you doing it under an S corp?
Yeah, I trade right now with like all of this. This is under a company. So when the withdrawals come in, they go into the company. They don't come to me.
Okay.
His own name at this point, the amount of money he makes.
Even the funded is under an S corp. So when they pay me, it doesn't go to me. I trade not as a person. I trade as a company.
Okay. Because I have an LLC for trading, but it's not an S corp because I'm not making the money that I need to be an S corp yet.
Yeah.
Change it later on. In the meantime, yeah, if you make decent amount of money, don't trade on your personal name. Do it under the company name.
That's like I went to the guy. I was like, I need to open an LLC. He's like, no, in your case, you need an S corp. I was like, all right, whatever it is. Just
does your tax guy specifically work with traders, or has worked with traders in the past?
Here's the thing. No, and right now, my first tax guy, the one that used to do my tax for a long time, before I started trading, when I came to him with my trading, he was like, this is a scam, right? I was like, what do you mean? He's like,
this is a scam.
He's
right?
like Forex, it's a scam. And from that moment on, I grabbed my papers. I was like, I don't think you can do my taxes anymore because this is how I make money now, and you can't tell me that I make money through scamming people. You know what I mean? No. He was trying to point out that I'm getting scammed, right? Or
yeah.
I'm like, bro, I'm making.
I've been like, no, you're a fucking idiot.
I can't do that because it's somebody that was like doing my taxes for me and the family for like many years. Right, so it's like a family friend.
Yeah,
but after that,
you don't know what you don't know. At the end of the day,
I was like, yeah, you've just like I've outgrown your services. I need somebody else. So I went last year to a big company, and there was no personal like anything. Like they just wouldn't know who I am when like I needed something. I was like, no. I need to have like a one-on-one relationship with a person that specifically deals in this sphere.
Like a tax
Right.
strategist.
like tax strategist, maybe someone who does stockbrokers taxes, anyone who has money in the markets. You know, it doesn't have to be necessarily a forex trader or futures or options. Just as long as it's somebody that's investing in the market, right? If they're doing their taxes, that's the person I need. So I found a bunch of people on on Facebook, Instagram, and that specifically deal with this. And there's a few guys on YouTube that actually teach about taxes when you in forex and futures. Like, they have YouTube channels, you can look it up. And
Yeah.
I've reached out to them, so I haven't.
Carl Denton's one of them.
I think somebody reached out to
something like that.
the young black dude.
Yeah, he's like a younger black guy.
Yeah, he's very cool, very smart. I seen him. I reached out to him through all like private channels to see if they want to work. But yeah, I'm gonna have somebody new in the next week.
I did the same thing with my real estate agents, because they have to make offers based on what I wanted. And then when I would make offers, they're like, "Oh my God, no, that's such a low offer. I can't feel comfortable with that." And I said, "That's no problem. I'll just find somebody else. I need somebody that's investor friendly as a real estate agent."
Your agent works for you. And
Yeah,
whatever
exactly.
your
You work
offer
for me.
is, they have to put it in.
Correct. That's by
They
law.
they might advise that they think it's too low and not gonna be accepted and all that other stuff, but they have to put it in and they work for you.
Correct.
They ain't trying to do that, then they looking out for themselves and their commission and all that other shit.
I agree 100%. I agree 100%. I have the numbers that I'm running. I have my maximum allowable offer based on all the numbers that I'm running on the comps and so on and so forth, and any renovation I need to make. So if I'm making a certain offer, the price that the person is looking for is a wishing price. It doesn't mean that it's going to be the selling price, right? Something is worth what it's worth based on how many people are willing to pay for it. And if a product or an item is too high, then nobody will buy it. And that's when they start saying, "Oh, offer or reduced price or sale," or whatever bullshit they want to write, because it's just not worth what it's worth. We know how much it costs to make something. We know how much it costs to get something. If you're not getting a good return on your investment, then it's pointless to actually do it. So you have to find something else at that point. And that's why a lot of people, will need to find the right people that will work with them in this world. And if you don't, you need to be comfortable at getting rid of those people and finding somebody else, whether it's, in business, like Wix is talking about when it comes to tax, whether it's investments, whether it's, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever it is, it's the same thing. You need to do what's best for you. You're the boss of your own life. So, gold has been ranging for a while. Massive ranges, but
yeah, it's bouncing off the previous weekly low, under the previous weekly low.
It's not really ranging. It's
ranging.
Yeah, in the last
within...
hour, in the last 4 15-minute candles, we found something. It's actually the area we pointed out earlier. Oh no, it's not. The area is down here.
It's lower, yeah.
In between that 1,000 pip range or the 100 whatever.
Isn't it 2,000? Let me see.
Well, it's middle of London close right now. We're about to close in 10 minutes. Doesn't mean I'm not going to close the stream. I think I'm going to be here till noon. I want to, there's chances of us having positions here, but it's going to take about a candle or two. I want to see if we're able to come up here, make a steeper resistance. But yeah, let me throw my 2 cents in. All right, I want to be real. Like the army was a path at some point. I think we all think about it, right? In high school, and at some point, like, you thought about it, but it was never really a path I wanted to take. And you guys know I was about to be in the NYPD, right? I did my officer's exam. I did everything. I passed it with flying colors. Got perfect scores. Got called in. But by the time I got called in, I was already doing bigger and better things. I got called to go to the academy and and the NYPD. And they also wanted people. They loved people that spoke other languages, especially in New York. And if you're able to speak Russian, and they were in need of a lot of people. But like by the time they called me, I was doing on to bigger and better things. But the army itself was never a path I wanted to take. And like I say that with full respect to the men and women who do, right? Because they sign up for sacrifice, structure, discipline, and most people will never understand that. And, that alone deserves recognition every single time. So thank you for your service, whoever's in the armed services. But not wanting that path doesn't mean you don't need discipline in your own lane, right, gang? So in life, you got to use leverage. Like we spoke, you got to have confidence, resources, relationships to get ahead. That's all leverage. The confidence in yourself is your own leverage. You know, the resources you're able to take advantage of and use, the relationships. That's all your leverage. And sometimes it does look like a fake it till you make it, but not in a shady way. What I meant fake it till you make it is more like believing in yourself before the world signs off on you, right? You got to believe in yourself.
It's men's versions as a like you're delusional.
Yeah,
you gotta believe that you gotta think you're already a millionaire even though you're not a millionaire.
At some
yet.
point, the world will sign off on you, right? And we'll say, all right, yeah, that's what he is. But you got to believe in that before the world does. And sometimes you have to borrow confidence. Sometimes you have to borrow capital. And until that day you can stand, that you can stand fully on your own 2 feet, like that's what you got to do. And you got to know that's the goal, right? Replace leverage with ownership. That should be, if you have a goal in life, right? It should be the idea of replacing leverage with ownership. And while you're building, you realize real fast that life isn't just about what you make. It's about what you keep. And taxes will humble you.
No, yeah, fuck what you make. It's about what you keep.
Absolutely, it's about what you keep. So if you think you're up and then Uncle Sam shows up like the silent business partner who never did any work, right? So the lesson is simple. Plan ahead, move smart, and you got to understand the rules of the game, right? Just like the guy from the army, where they're like, as long as you understand the rules of the game so you're not shocked when that bill is due, right? And you look at people that have made it, like wealth isn't built accidentally. It's built intentionally, right? And some days I think the market is a perfect teacher. Like the sessions where price runs in one direction all day, right? No real pullbacks like here, right? No mercy. So if you keep fighting it, the market doesn't care about how you feel. It'll teach you discipline through pain. Right? The lesson is to recognize momentum, respect the move, and stop trying to force your opinion onto something that's clearly decided where it's going, right? So
yeah, eventually you just get tired of your own shit. It's like why do you keep taking losing positions? There's no point.
Yeah.
That's not there, don't take it.
Recognize momentum, right?
Yep.
Stop trying to force it. Sometimes the smartest play is to stop fighting the tide and learn from the tide. So yeah, I might not wear a uniform, but the discipline, respect, planning, awareness, all those things still apply here, right? We have a different battlefield, but the same mindset, right? Stay humble, stay sharp, and respect the mission. Whoa. And become someone you're truly proud of. I think that's the key, right? Because you want to be that person that you're proud of. Forget everybody else. Forget everybody else. You want to be the person that you are proud of. You want to look in the mirror and say, man, you should be proud of yourself. Oh, another advice to parents. Stop telling your kids you're proud of them.
Yeah.
Tell your kids, because when you say you're proud of them, they start depending on your opinion and what you think. You know what I tell my kids? I tell them, hey, you should be proud of yourself. Because that's all that matters. Doesn't matter what I think. Doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. Nobody's opinions are going to reflect. But when you look in the mirror later on, like as they grow up, I want them to be like, yeah, I fucking slayed that. Right? Not wait for somebody to tell them or confirm it. Like, oh, I'm proud of you. Like they waited for me to say that their entire childhood. No. So I tell them, you should be proud of yourself, young lady. Right? You should be proud of yourself for doing that, for being strong, for whatever you've achieved. And it just builds a different mindset because then they're like, am I proud of myself? Hell yeah. And they don't look to me for a confirmation. I think some parenting advice. But that's what I've started doing. It's kind of worked. Do you recommend donating plasma blood for money to pay for funded accounts?
John. Trolling. Man.
Go to a sperm bank, bro. Sperm donor, better.
Don't give your sperm away. Do not be a moron. Don't.
Hey, what if it's like that movie? What was that? Was that American Pie 2? Or which one? With Stifler?
I don't remember which one it was. One
You know what
he
we're
gave-
talking
he
about?
gave his sperm away?
Where he
sober?
where he saw the hot nurse. He's like, "Can you help me?" She's like, "I got you." Puts on a
Oh
glove.
my god. That's funny. Yeah, men, do not give your sperm away. Do not. Keep it for your own children.
Oh, you got 2 kidneys. Give up a kidney. Who needs a kidney?
Yeah, don't do that either.
Spleen? You know you don't need a spleen. Who the fuck needs a spleen?
Yeah. You don't. If you're dead and you want to give your organs away, that's fine. Don't do it when you're alive. Don't give your sperm. Women, don't just give your ovaries. Men, don't give your sperm unless it's for your creating your own family. Don't.
Road Trip. Road Trip was the movie. You're right. Yeah. I had sex last night with a girl.
I mean, that's such a old movie, man. It was so good back in the day.
Remember they show up at the fraternity? He's like, yeah, we're your whatever brothers, and it's an all-black fraternity. They're like, yeah, let him in. 4 white guys showed up for an all-black fraternity. Part of the chapter from the other school. That shit was funny. Whatever happened to that guy, man? Stifler and the new guy. Remember the skinny guy that played the new guy?
I think he's a DJ.
Who,
The
Stifler?
skinny guy.
Oh, the skinny guy.
Stifler, very, very popular actor.
He was very like like every role was the same. Like that's why you don't see him in Hollywood because like he was like typecast, right?
No, Sean William Scott. He was typecast in movies where he was a funny guy, but he played in a lot of movies, bro. A lot of movies, and he also had a TV series as well, 3 seasons on it.
He used to be my favorite actor growing up, man.
He made a lot of money, bro. Actually, how much is he worth? Let me see. Yeah, he's worth $32 million, bro. He's made a lot of money. He's been in a lot of different movies. The other guy is, that's his name, DJ Qualls. I'm looking it up here.
I think we could outdo him.
My God, he hasn't changed. He's still a skinny guy.
What's the other guy's name?
Sean William Scott.
No, the skinny guy.
DJ Qualls. I thought he was a DJ, but
Oh, that's just his name.
yeah, I think that was just his name. I remember him. Yeah, DJ. Okay, so he's
DJ Cole's American actor.
he's worth $5 million. Good for him.
Best known for his television role as Citizen Z on the sci-fi horror series Z Nation. That's definitely not where he's best known for. Definitely not. Maybe to the younger people.
And don't forget, Sean William Scott did a movie with The Rock as well. I mean, he did a lot of movies, man. A lot of movies. I think he was more popular than Jason Biggs, the actor from American Pie, the main one. He had a typecast. Jason Biggs. Yeah, you see, Jason Biggs is worth half of Sean William Scott. Sean William Scott made himself extremely pumped and muscled guy. Like he is beef, like strong. So he had a lot of movies where he would be an action hero or things of that nature. So good for him.
I don't remember him in any serious movies. Like
Serious? No.
like serious, like a serious role, right? And like what Dude, Where's My Car, American Pie, American Reunion, fucking Road Trip. Like it's all the same character.
The rundown. Yeah, I mean, bro, capitalize on that shit. When you're gonna be a comedian, people like you. They're gonna expect that from you, and they like that from you. You know, you don't expect Tom Cruise to be a weirdo. You expect him to be an action hero, right? This is what sells. So that's what he did. Yeah, he made money. Yeah, he was in the rundown with The Rock. Dukes of Hazzard.
I want the Indian guy from the White Castle movie and more movie. He's a politician. He was in the White House staff. That guy.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, he quit acting
And became a
go
politician.
politician, but now he's back to acting again.
I remember he was like he was working in the White House.
Yep, he was. Yeah. What was his name?
Something Patel.
Cal-
It has to be a Patel.
Cal Penn.
Cal Penn. What's his real name?
Yeah, his real name is Cal Penn. I don't know if it's short for something.
There's no Cash Patel. No, that's the FBI guy.
His real name is Kalpen Suresh Modi.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, there's a Modi in there somewhere.
He was the former associate director for the White House Office of Public Liaison.
Yeah,
And now he's back to acting.
he found the White Castle.
Yeah, I mean, that's smart of him to do that. Go after his career. He's made the money and then go after what his love was and so on and so forth. So good for him.
How can I help you, sir? Stink. How can I help you? How can I help you? And should be alarming about how much overlap there's between acting and politics. Yeah, look at the president of Ukraine. He played a president on TV and then he became the president in real life. Crazy, huh? He was an actor on a show where he played the president for many years. And then he became the president of the country. And he was like, yo, this kind of made things easier because I already knew a lot of shit. Yeah, like you could look at it. You could watch Zelensky. Like you could see it. He even owned the Comedy Channel and he used to do comedy shows on TV, and then he was part of a series, long running show where he played the president of Ukraine. And then and then when the show ended, he went and became the president of Ukraine in real life.
Don't forget, Reagan was
an actor too, yeah, in Hollywood. But he was a big lib until he went into politics too.
Politics is a dirty business, man. A very dirty business. You don't control anything. Other people control you. We won't talk about that here, but it's unfortunate. People are not in control of their own lives, so you got to make sure that you try to do your best so that they don't control you. Make your own money.
There was no alternative in Ukraine. The other guys as corrupt as Biden. The alternative was Poroshenko, who was the owner of all the Roshen candies, right? He's the owner of all the sweets, the big sweet factories, cookies, candies, chocolates. Timothy Chalamet, 2045, you're shot. There's a long on gold on 30 and 1 hour level. Yeah, I'm not buying anything on gold. I'm looking for a resistance here. I'm going to trade back down to the lows here. The idea is to form a resistance at a previously existing level, somewhere up here. 78 pip stop. We might even no, we won't attempt this because of this. If this wasn't here, if this whole
shit,
I would attempt that. But we are pulling back up. If we can close, let's say another 15 gets us up here to 43.80 areas, another 300 pips up, and we get a red candle, I'll look for some sells. So well, my annotation's at.
Platinum's got some of the cleanest price action I've seen.
Oh, I'm not going. But we can get something like, sorry. All right, we get this pulling up to here, or even breaking that high would be better. We get something like this. Maybe top out somewhere here. Wicks. Go back in range, right? I'll look for this.
Asia session, I feel like will be really good.
My thing is sometimes when we clear out so much range, like when we get a drive, right? You need a U-turn, and the Asian session will be that U-turn through here, and then you have London. pulling back up. So it's just as long as we clear out some ranges, yeah, there'll be opportunities because the ranges are so massive. But I don't expect the continuation of this through Asian. I expect a range, and then I think London or New York should probably be the most interesting sessions after the range, because after the range, we're gonna have new structure and volume.
It's so funny. I just see Asia session and New York move the most with gold. I mean, sometimes London will move gold a lot.
It depends on the cycle, right? Sometimes you'll get the London move and New York ranges. Depends on and the thing is, when you see that happen, you got to realize that's not just tonight. That's the cycle you're in. So probably next few days, next week, or last few days, like it does. Typically, you see volume come in at 10, 10, 30, 11. It'll happen for the next few days. That's when the volume comes in. Then it switches up times when the volume comes in. It's just market cycles throughout the year. But there's times where we show up in the morning for New York session. We're like, holy shit, London really moved, and the New York ranges.
Yeah.
Yep. They even named their hockey team after that. Source, trust me, bro. Let's get this out of here. Your bias is selling today. Would you like to buy? Would you like to buy some cookies?
Sales already happened.
That doesn't mean the market's going to drive up now all of a sudden. We should retest the lows before any kind of drive up. So let's see if we can form a resistance. If that resistance is an actual resistance prior or previously in the market in the charts, right? If we can tap a clearly identifiable resistance, we can even go off the higher time frame because there's so much chop here to the left. We'll go off the one, right? We go to the most recent levels. Actually, we can go here. Up if we want to as well. Technically, it's not a level till this candle closes, unless there's other candle closures at that level. So right there, the 30. Yeah, we'll keep it at the 30 and the 15 level, that support. And that most recent level is up here. So this is what the range looks like now, 66 to 38, about 280 pips. It should shorten up because it's just the massive moves we had. The ranges are going to be big, right? Even like 15-minute candles are 100, 200 pips. This 15-minute candle was 350 pips. This 15-minute candle was 450 pips. Let's see what we do. Correction too deep takes time to go. Yeah, the market doesn't turn around in one candle, right? You might get a drive and a pullback, but like for the market to continue the drive up now, it needs to make a U-turn. So it'll pull up, retest the lows, and then start pulling up. So you know, you'll see things. Whoops, sorry. We just printed, right? You'll see things going up, right? You'll see the retest of the lows to grab orders, right? Create a low, retest, create a high, retest it. The retest of the lows or highs, all it is just a fill of the range or a wick fill of the wick. That's really what you're doing. Right? Created a low right here. Create a high, fill the wick. Support, resistance, fill the range. But if we see something like this, this is when we could start thinking about, right? This is when you could start thinking about buys after all this plays out here, right? You get something like this, and your closure's now above there, and now you can start looking for those buys. this candle went to the gym.
Yep. Bang.
But it didn't retest any high on the way down. It doesn't need to retest the high on the way down. It needs to retest the low. Right? You're pushing whatever high you make, you retest it. When you're pushing down, whatever low you make, you're going to retest it. And doesn't mean it's going to fill this wick fully. Not necessarily. At some point it will. But it'll fill the range created. And this wick is a separate range, right? Right now, the range that you're in is here to here. So if you form a resistance, you're going to fill down to here to 43.38. Looks kind of like it filled already, right? It came up, down again. Grabbed orders. Now you're not getting a closure, you're getting a rejection. Candle. Yeah, maybe it comes up. But you need to form a range here. And you can't just have this happen on a 15 and the 30 and the 1 hour are all bearish looking to fill that wick. You're going to need some higher time frame closures. So I think 18 minutes from now, if this candle wants to behave and tap the lows and then break above the highs, we'll look for something. It's just too much has to happen. So what's the main difference between 50K straight to funded and 50K ignite? I would say the consistency rule, right? Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I want to swing long. Where do you think is advisable to buy? At a confirmation of support. You got to, so you're going to tap a demand zone, right? You're going to tap a demand area where there's orders. Does that mean it's a support? No. But if you retest that area and hold it again, you've just confirmed that area. Now it becomes a support. Right? Support is confirmed. So if you get one touch of an area here, like this is obviously right here, a demand zone, right? Right here. You bounced off of. But then if you see the market, then right, come down here and do this. It's no longer a demand zone for me. We've just confirmed support. Bounced off this area. Now we've closed at it. And it happens quite often. See it? Happens quite often. Demand zone, confirmed support. Drive up. Supply zone, confirmed support. Drive down. Happens quite often.
Oh.
Supply zone, confirmed resistance, drive down. I hope you guys are taking in these lessons. You don't want to buy off a demand zone, but when that demand zone is a confirmed support, that's when you're going to start looking for that long, okay? For now, you just have not had that to swing the other way.
Si, senor.
If price breaks 43.18, will you sell? Not just not impulsively. No, I'll wait for closures and confirmations and levels to be tapped. Yeah, like there's a lot more nuance to just break the low sell. Same here, right? It doesn't necessarily have to close and then tap that area. It could have it backwards, as long as it gets there and holds it, right? Price point. Because a tap, all this means is that there's just a lot more volume in this candle than there is in here. Because this candle was able to bounce heavy while these just, closed at that area. So all of this is doing is this, but at a faster pace. So on a higher time frame, this would be a wick as well. But you see, demand, support confirmed, push up. Happens quite often. I feel like I lost my whole life today in a GC long. Could have just lost 10 or 100 pips or like, 50 pips and just keep it moving to the next day.
GC as in GBP CAD or GC?
GC is a gold contract. GC,
Oh,
right?
okay,
Here.
I was like,
Yeah,
who's
you
trading GC?
gold futures. Yeah, he's on a gold contract. It's just we've been there, done that, and we've learned from it. We've been through 600 pip losses on stream.
Fuck that.
Why wouldn't you trade GC? No. He was saying he would trade GC, just not Forex. He thought he meant Forex.
Yeah, I thought he was referring to Forex.
He thought he meant pound CAD.
Yeah.
You said earlier you don't need it, but look what happens, brother. Take this as a learning lesson. Can you have a not learning lesson? Yeah, take it as a lesson. Listen to you, Neil. Yeah, we've been through that. We've been through those times. Said, yeah, I need to stop. Yeah. Oh, here's the deal. Now start optimizing your position where you can take this same position if there's a solid stop that you can work with, that you're okay with. But if that stop is bigger than what your comfort levels are, then bigger than what your relationship with money allows you to do, then boom, now you've just taken that trade out of your system. You've kind of, you've simplified what you do. And now you just need to scale on the things that work. All-time highs now? Yeah, sure. Let's do it. I'm all for it. Yeah. Who's coming with me? About to push this. Push it to the limit. Me and Kenny going to all-time highs right now. Kenny and I. Sorry, Jay. Kenny and I.
Let's do it.
Push it to the limit.
Can you see XAU USD chart for a few minutes?
How about no?
How about no?
No, we don't trade XAU USD, so we're not going to go search for it. And you shouldn't either. Come to the future side. Join the winning side. It just doesn't make sense for me to go and break down something that I don't trade. Like,
I watch both.
It's irrelevant for me. I used to watch both when I just switched to kind of get the feel of things and see the differences and understand, like, oh, this is what I'd be seeing here. Oh, this is how it shows up on the future side. Okay. But after a little while, after a few months, you kind of see all the nuances and the differences, and you're like, I don't need that. I got to focus on what I'm trading. So when people ask me to look at the, for example, at GU or anything like that, I don't even do it. Like, I don't even look at silver and other futures products, right? We looked at NQ for a little while, and it moves, but then you realize you don't fucking need it. You don't need any of that shit.
The biggest thing that helped me is focusing on one market, and I decided just to focus on gold, and that's all you need. You need one market, one trading pair to be profitable. You don't need to put yourself between all these other trading pairs or all these other markets, because it's just gonna spread you too thin. Once you master a pair and you show up for each session to trade, there's volume, and trade is volume.
You need one investment vehicle, right? One pair, one contract that you're going to trade. You need one session, and you need one trade.
Yep.
That's all you need to do daily to become extremely beyond your fucking wildest dreams wealthy.
Yep. Exactly.
And you don't need more.
Don't be a jack of all trades. Be a master of one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't
Become the king of one. That's more valuable.
Don't make things more complicated. They don't need to be complicated.
Yeah, I was just telling my girl yesterday, I was like, yo, growing up, I thought I was the shit because like I was so well rounded, right? I could go play hockey, I could go play football, I could go play baseball, I could go fucking have a debate on the fucking civics squad or whatever it is, right? I can go, have go to a math tournament. I could go play, hockey, baseball, football, whatever it was. I was good at all the sports, right? And then you're good at that and it's growing up, but nobody finds value in it because there are people better than you in every one of those, even though they can't do everything. And look at the professional athletes. Like LeBron can't go fucking play hockey right now, right? I mean, yeah, he could probably go
Like
catch
Michael Jordan
catch a
couldn't play
football.
baseball.
Yeah, like, and it's not that they couldn't, they're probably good, but it's nobody cares for it. They care for you being great at something, right? And if you're not great at any area, if you're just average everywhere, nobody cares for a well-rounded person. People want experts in their field. That's where the value is. That's when you become valuable, when you're an expert in your field, not when you know a little bit about everything, right? I can go to Google for that. But when you become an expert specifically in your field, that's where the value is. And to you, the value is becoming an expert in one field. It's where the value is to you. You're not gonna, if you're just okay on every pair, you're not making anything. If you're an absolute shark, an absolute animal at one thing, and you can just scale that and focus on that, and then, that's when you're valuable. Like, professional athletes don't play 3-4 different sports. They have their thing that they stick to because that's the bread and butter. You're a professional trader here. It's almost a professional athlete, right? We're amateur retail, but your job is to treat this as professionally as possible. You're a fund manager, basically, right? You manage funds. If you ever lose 30% on any fund that you manage, you're gonna have death threats. You're gonna have people waiting outside your door. You're gonna get taken out. You're definitely fired if you lose 30% of your fund. Right? So why are you okay doing that with other people's money, right? Or why are you okay doing that with your own money? I mean, instead of other people's money.
Yeah,
Other
that's why
people's money
I
sucks,
like
but
to
now
be. That's why I like the trading, because it makes you feel like an athlete. If you eat right, and if you train right, your mind is clean, you perform better on the charts. That's how I realized it.
yeah, I mean, it's like that everywhere. You eat right, train right, you get bigger at the gym. You eat right, train right, and you show up here full mental clarity and do the right things. You get better here. All right. Here's that fake out coming. Things can get really interesting here. We want to see this. Closure above, below, fake out, and we'll look at cells.
Chat, stop asking buy or sell, buy or sell, buy or sell. Just if you're here, listen to what's going on, and then and then be patient, bro. Trading is about patience. You can make more in one position than you make in an entire day or an entire week. So
yeah, you can make more in 10 seconds, make a month's salary here in 10 seconds.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous. So stop asking buy or sell. What do I do? What's going on? What's happening? Yeah, be smart.
But are you Indian? That's the question. It's like they ask Wix, "Hey Wix, I'm Indian. Can you draw lines?"
Yeah.
Yeah, Daniel, I saw that news as well. And the two people that he was with in the car died.
That's crazy.
The only survivor. Yeah.
It's crazy because I'm literally looking at it right now. That's the thing I was looking at right now. It's everywhere on social media. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's insane. Yeah, man. But he's not dead, but I don't know how bad his situation is right now. That's insane. Bro, he just fought 9 days ago. It's insane. Former 2-time world champ heavyweight.
I think the big reason why he survived is because he's that big.
He's massive. Yeah, he's a big guy.
I wonder how big one of his arms is, man. It's insane. Bro, I looked at it and I was just like, they zoomed in and I was just like, whoa, what the hell? It's bigger than my entire head. Like the
Bro,
bicep.
he's my height. He's my height. I weigh more than him, but he's big. He's a big dog.
What's
Who are we
your
talking
height?
about?
Guy's 6'6".
Anthony Joshua, the one who
Oh,
fought.
yeah.
Paul. He's the former 2-time world heavyweight
He's an
champion
Olympic gold champion.
and Olympic gold champion. Yeah, and he won in 2017 the first time heavyweight. He's British, and then he won.
I don't know what
second
that
time.
Ruiz shit was all about. I don't know how that happened.
Yeah.
He
He
got
won
knocked
second
out.
time in 2020 after losing it, and then he lost twice to Usyk. He
Yeah.
was working to fight Usyk again a third time, and then he's like looking at his phone. He's like, "Wait, Jake Paul's calling me. All right, what's up?
Yeah, I don't need the title fight. I need the money fight.
Money, bro." They made in between 95 to 130 million dollars each, bro.
How
It's
much?
insane. Between 95 and 130 million each.
I read something like Jake Paul made 120 and Anthony Joshua made 60.
Oh, they changed.
That's
the
the numbers
split?
I read, but I don't know. I read that.
Yeah, that's what it was. That's what it was. And they said that Anthony Joshua needs to pay like double tax or something like that.
And still his biggest payday by far.
Ever. Bro, when he won the heavyweight world champ, I think the first time in 2017, I think he won like 8 million. I think it was British pounds, but still. I mean,
What a joke.
that's
What a
great.
loser. Sucker. 8 million. What a loser.
Bro, the amount of money they make is insane. It's Mayweather type of money is just ridiculous. But 120 million, would you do that to get your jaw broken and teeth taken out and put in a titanium plate?
Not if I already had money like that.
Well, he definitely has money like that.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Now, at least
120
he's-
million? I would sign up
Son,
all of
he's
us.
chirpy.
I would sign up all of us. Be like, let's go, gang. We're all gonna go get knocked out. We're getting paid.
Yeah. 120 million? Oh man. Yeah, I mean, he knew Joshua would destroy him. There's no way he thought he could win. But he put up a decent fight. He did what he could.
Isn't he retiring now? Isn't he done?
He can't fight for a very long time now. He has to heal. He can't take any punches, anything for a long time. But he said it. He knew when his jaw broke that was going to be a big thing for him.
AJ's not getting hired for another fight.
Why?
Not with Paul. Fucker's messing with his business. Broke his jaw.
Doesn't matter. It's part of the game, bro. And
Yeah.
he's not fighting this. It's not something basic, bro. He's fighting for the real boxing title, right? This is part of boxing title. It's part of it. Yeah, so Joshua made 140 million, but after tax it was 60 million. Is that what it is?
I don't know.
Ridiculous. He can't get taxed 60%.
Unless he's Canadian.
No, he's British. Similar system because it's a monarchy. But wait, how much did Joshua?
Yeah, communist.
Yeah.
I want it.
You want a sandwich? With what?
Yeah, they say he
I bought it for you yesterday.
So I was right. I mean, they're saying he earned $90 million.
Tomato. I want mayo and
Okay, I got you. I think I'm gonna watch this 15 through. If we're able to come up here and get some kind of resistance. Hold on, what's the stops here? Things will get really interesting because I think we need to come down for that hourly bottom wick to drive up. So maybe if we could retap the highs here and then re-break the lows, we might be in positions. I'm just wondering what the stops would be. There's a level here. We just held it. Now, if we break that high, but hold again and re-break the current candle low, we have an advantage point here of about 55 pips. Much to the wick? 105, the previous candle. I think I want to break the previous candle high and then re-break current candle low. Let's see how this works here. Because that's the hourly also. It'll be the hourly would re-break its own low. Oh, well. We don't want to re-break at a low now, right? We want the top wick up here. Right now, when you're re-breaking that low, you made this little top wick, you're re-breaking that low. Break of that top wick should fill the range up. Should stay there. I don't know if I've asked you this, guys, today, but I asked you to do this. But please go drop a like, sub to the channel, turn on your notifications so you know when we're on. And most importantly, please, please, please share this stream. Help me grow this community, this channel. If you enjoyed the discussions, if you enjoy the value, if you enjoy the breakdowns and the W's. We haven't had any in this session yet.
Yeah, by the way, it's confirmed. Joshua made 93 million
After everything, after the gate, after everything, right?
And that was gross. And what's gross is how much he made after taxes, because he had to pay US and UK taxes. He's left with just a little over half the purse, about 50 million.
What about Jake?
Let's see. He made about 100 million, and after taxes, about 58. So yeah, I thought he made 120, but it was about 100, and it was about 93 for Joshua, which is well, I think I mentioned. I mean, in the end, he might make 55, 60 million, something like that. But bro, who gives a shit, bro? It's a shit ton of money for half an hour work.
Now we have $50 million and $80.
Hey, Technology 8851, if you keep talking like that, insulting people and everything, we're just gonna ban you from the stream, bro. So be respectful. You've been silenced in the meantime. You can't write on the chat in the meantime, but if you keep doing that, we're just gonna ban you, man. We don't appreciate that.
What happened? What I miss?
No, nothing. Handling the wrench.
Finally making good use of it.
Making good use of the wrench. There you go. Thank you. I'm tired. I couldn't speak.
Stellar buy, stellar ban, stellar ban. What a stream. I banned like 3 people today. And I never banned nobody.
You banned like 3 people today?
Yeah.
Damn. What'd they do?
promoting other channels.
Stuff. Yeah.
Oh, that's retarded. Not you banning them, but
Oh.
what they're doing.
Don't say that word on stream, please.
Oh, is that actually a bad word?
It's not. He's gonna get striked because of
YouTube doesn't like that word.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's no R word, no W word, no C word.
W word.
Yeah, you can't talk about fighting overseas.
Oh,
Are you smoked?
like
Talking like that.
W
Yes.
word. I was like, what the heck?
Yeah. No N word either. Ah.
I mean, you can. I don't
God
think that's an
damn
issue.
it! Took away half my vocabulary, bro.
Go for it, Wiggs.
Oh my-
Go for it, Wiggs.
Yeah, like that W word. I just I don't know how they do it, but there's something in an algo that flags the R word or the W word or the C word. We can't fucking talk about the China virus here at all.
Oh yeah, the C word, the deadly C word.
Yeah, the scam. They don't want people to know that they took advantage and scammed everybody.
You can talk about the scam, the Wuhan lab. You can talk about China, but you can't. You can say it, but like over time, like I notice, but like the drops and like I see it. Like, you know, the R word is like, and you know, lately it's not that bad. Before it was really bad. Like, say the R word on stream, and it's like
What about freedom of speech, man?
no recommendation, nothing.
Yeah, whatever. That's the problem. There is no freedom of speech. They try to censor you on everything you say or do.
No,
They try to
there's
make
the thing is there's an illusion of the freedom.
Yep.
But I'd still rather have that illusion here than anywhere else. Honestly. I got this illusion of freedom here in the US. I'll take it. Wow, this is really tough price action today.
Yeah, I'm thinking about just calling it and going to the gym or something.
June girl, just join a paid subscription, not sure what to do next. Also, is the Signal channel a separate charge? Do not join through YouTube if you're looking to become part of the Signal channel or have access to Zooms.
We don't do it. I made that mistake.
She joined through the Flex program.
No. I gotta get rid of that through YouTube next year. The thing is, because I can't refund you. You got to do that through YouTube. It's not like I don't make that decision. Like I can't be like, oh shit, let me go refund you so you go join the right thing. You got to go through YouTube because like that all goes to YouTube. Like I
joined to YouTube and unsubscribed immediately.
Yeah, did
like,
they pay you back? Did they refund you?
No, I didn't even try to get a refund. I didn't give a fuck.
So I don't see it. Like I don't see none of them. I see like 30% from YouTube. Like so, if you paid like $25, I see like $10 in like 2 months.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, you gotta join through WAP. I gotta get rid of that YouTube altogether. The YouTube is more of like for the streams to show how long you've been here, is that you're a dedicated fan, I guess. Show your love, support. You get the badges, you get the different color names, and it just shows that you've been part of the community on YouTube. So a lot of people do that just to support, but if they're looking for the actual community, they're on the Signal side where you find the access to the Discord, to the private Asian sessions, to the Zooms, right, to the private chats, and the Signals themselves. Yes, pretty lady, how can I help you? What? What? Can you go in the pool?
Mhm.
You have a fever?
No.
Dude, pool right now in this time of the year, that's crazy. But I live in Washington, so
It's just super
Yeah,
hot
you-
outside. What
I know it's super hot, but no. No. Because first of all, there's nobody there to watch you. No lifeguard on duty. No, there isn't. No, I look like a lifeguard right now. Go brush your teeth. You're my parent. You heard her? Go brush your teeth.
I'm dead.
Let me go.
No, go brush your teeth and I'll think about it. You're definitely no. I'm not even gonna think about it. If I let you go in the pool, my day is gonna be over. I gotta deal with your mama. No, go ask your mama.
You like,
Mom?
Mom, will you be my lifeguard?
It's not fair.
It's not fair because mom said no already, right? And now you're coming to me.
I just came in.
You didn't ask her because you know she's gonna
She's-
tell you no.
she's a
So
smart
you
kid.
know you're coming to me because you think I might say yes, but in this case I can't tell you.
You can't disobey Mom.
Okay, quietly. Quietly. Go get the neighbors. Go get your friends and go play in our living room. Go. Oh, you're by the pool already with everybody? Did you tell them you can all go in the pool? No. You guys can't all wait. Hold on, chat.
Gotta go be dad. Come Mother Day, come Mother Day.
Very quiet. Come on. Get in. Hold on. How many of you are there?
Sugar, baby.
Parents have to be on the same page when it comes to the kids. It's not easy for sure.
Come here. How many of you are there?
Come
One,
Mother Day, come
two.
Mother Day.
3, 4, 5. Yo, they're bringing in the whole neighborhood right now through my office. All the kids. Can't even show it. Like, girls,
They know you're the cool dad, man.
like, why don't you girls go to the neighbor's house? Wait, no. Oh, go over there. Go over there. No.
No.
Sorry, Dad.
No, I
you're
can't
already
have
on
you
the
there.
way.
Benny. Josie. Come, you wanna say hi?
Dude, what are the
You
neighbors'
just-
parents? What are the neighbors, like the neighbor adults, think about what you do?
Say hi to them.
They think I'm very good at cleaning stuff.
They're just like, you're a stay-at-home dad, ganja
You want the bus one?
dreadlock
You want the
man.
giant one?
No, I tell them I'm a janitor, honestly.
Do you actually?
Yeah, I tell everybody I'm a janitor.
That's
You shouldn't tell people that you trade.
Here's the
You
thing.
shouldn't-
I went to, where did I go? I forgot where I went. This dude was like, what do you do for a living? And I told him I'm a janitor. And he was like, yeah, all right, bullshit. And 'cause he sees me first of all pull
What do you-
up, and then like,
what do you drive?
and like I have a few cars. I don't really give out what I drive, so people don't fucking recognize it. But what everybody here knows is I have an Escalade. People know that. People know that much.
You're a janitor. You're a janitor with a good credit score.
I'm a janitor with the thing is, it saves so much headache and conversation with people that really they're gonna bug you the rest of the night. Because like when you tell people you trade, they're expecting you to like tell them everything and teach them in like 20 minutes. Can you like give me the so what do? You're like,
Give you a rundown, man.
yeah, not even a rundown. Like, well, how does that work? And it's like
Give me some money.
it really starts an unnecessary 2-hour conversation that like
Yep.
I hate it. I literally I never talk about trading anywhere ever. Like outside of this, once this stream is done, there's not a single person in this world that will ask me about trading. Ask me how the charts were, what's gold at, not a single person in my real life, right? In my sphere of influence that I see every day. No one will start that conversation. But whenever people do, it's a long conversation. It's a long, dragged out conversation where you kind of end up sounding right.
Well, at that point, you just gotta be like, "Hey, pay me $100 and join the signals chat."
No, I
No,
just
man.
I avoid everything. I'm a janitor where at my local school and the soup kitchen and clean up.
Get in the inner circle and pay $3K. You get to learn it all. Yeah, the only people that ask him about the trading is people I live with, obviously here, the family and all that. And they say, just say, it'll be my girl or my friend will say, "So, how'd it go today?" I say, "Oh, yeah, I got this," and then whatever. That I cool.
It
That's
really,
nothing else.
honestly, it started out as a joke because, like, I had this conversation where the dude started making fun of me not being profitable, and I wasn't gonna lie, I was consistent, but I wasn't profitable at that point in terms of like I was winning, but I haven't made all the money I've lost learning back. And it's not like he was making fun. He's like, "So you're telling me you're in this for 3 years and you're minus? You think you worked for 3 years and lost money?" I'm like, "Yeah." And it was like a long, dragged out conversation about like, what do you do? How do you do it? Oh, why the fuck would I do this if you're a negative? I'm like, yeah, it's gonna take you 5 years of losing. You know, you got 5 years to dedicate. And after that conversation, I was like, yo, do me a favor. If anyone ever asks, I told my girl, I was like, if anyone ever asks you, don't fucking tell them what I do. I don't care where you are, what you like, what kind of impression you're trying to make. Tell them I'm a janitor. That's it. Like, I'm never having this conversation again. Just
fucking janitor.
I was so angry. I was kind of irritated, pissed off, and then like this was like her friend's husband, and I was like never again, never getting myself into that conversation again. So it just kind of started. I was like, tell everybody I'm a janitor. It kind of started out as a joke on our drive back home, and it's kind of went from there. Now for years I've been telling everybody I'm a janitor.
I'm an insurance agent, so that's just what I tell people.
No. I used to be licensed. I used to have my life insurance, health insurance, Series 6, 63, Series 7. I used to have all of that.
I can't believe you had a Series 6 and Series 66 and Series 7. That's insane.
I had all of that. And the thing is, in order to keep it, you have to be what was it called? It wasn't sponsored. Sponsored. That was the word for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I had an opportunity to go work at EJ Edward Jones, and I'm like, nah, fuck that.
Yeah, I had my Series 6, 7.
But no, I'm a licensed life and health insurance agent, also a Medicare agent. But it's my own business though. It's my own
open enrollment season.
It's basically over.
Yeah, but for these 3 months of the year, it should really pay for the other 9 months.
Yeah, I mean, it all varies, really.
I mean, if you really like what you do, I could get you in with somebody that's gonna really increase your business here in Florida. But you'd have to kind of move down here. You have to be local.
You know what? That's honestly so tempting.
I mean, if you're licensed, hold on. If you're licensed, do you have a license under your name?
Yes.
Yes. Like I can talk to a buddy of mine because he's looking for licensed agents, and people with him. I mean, like they make bank. I think he makes like 20 grand a week.
God damn.
Is he doing any sort of salary, or is it just still 100% commission for him?
I'm pretty sure it's commissions, but he's the number 2 insurance agency in the country, right? Number 2 in the country in terms of growth, and in terms of the amount of money processed. So
that's pretty wild. I am 100% licensed.
He's number 2 in the country, like his firm, like. Not like there's thousands, hundreds of thousands of firms and brokerages.
Wait, what part of Florida?
He's in Boca, West Palm.
Boca, West Palm? Where the fuck is that?
West Palm Beach, Boca Raton.
Are you in Washington State or Washington?
Yeah, well, I'm Washington State.
Oh,
dude,
get the hell out of that woke state, bro.
I know, bro. Trust me, I know, dude. Honestly, dude, Wix. Get me in contact with your guy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna give you a contact, but I'll talk to him, see what I can do for you.
Yeah.
Watch him be on streams here. He actually knows what I do, and sometimes shows up here very rarely. I think he would have answered already. I think he would have jumped into the chat here if he heard us.
Oh, he listened. You mean okay?
He shows up very rarely. Like once in a while, he shows up. He's like, "Hey, I was on your stream today."
That'd be ironic as hell talking about him and he's here.
Yeah, so he like this was the season. This guy open enrollment season, and all I see is like new Ferraris in the driveway, new Lambos. I'm like, "What's going on?" And trade your car, and he's like, "Nope, OE." It's OE time.
Yep. OEP.
Insurance is funny.
I've been doing it for 5 years now.
I did it for 4 years. I was sponsored, right? Because the bank holds your license, sponsors your license.
Yeah.
And then when you stop doing it, I think you have it gives you about 2 years
Every
or
2
like,
years.
yeah, I
Every
think that's
2
what it
years
was.
you
Yeah.
have to do continued education.
Yep. But
For health insurance and life, it's easy as shit. But for I never will ever do a work at a firm like EJ or Charles Schwab or any of those. I couldn't. You'll make more money trading yourself. And you can't do personal trading either.
do what I do and be a janitor. Pays
Yeah,
well.
man. The only reason why I'm gonna keep doing insurance is because there's residual in it.
Yeah, you always get paid. You know when I had my license? Before the crash. I got my license in 2006.
Bro, if you would have still stayed on me and an agent, you would have been rolling in the dough.
Everyone that's ever invested in me took their money out or took massive losses, and like my commissions just went to nothing. I would have
No,
never
I'm
survived.
saying like health and life insurance agent.
Yeah. Well, I
Like, if
wouldn't have
you got into
survived.
Medicare too.
08, 09, 2010. You know, like it was no money. No
My
money coming.
mentor Nicole, she makes like $500K a year in just
Just
residuals.
residuals. Yep.
And she's been doing it for 20 years.
You
So
build
she
a book
makes
of
that no
business
matter
and that's
what.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, she literally has like over 1,000 Medicare clients, and she gets like literally almost $500,000 just from that in residual. And then, that's not including any like other life insurance policies that her clients have or other policies, and then that doesn't count any like new business or any referrals that she gets throughout the year.
Yeah.
She does not call for new business at all. She just sits there.
At some point, you don't need to. At some point, all you have to do is retain your old business, and that's it. Retain your clients.
Exactly. Yeah.
$500,000 in residual. Yeah. You
Literally
should.
$500,000 residual. So if you got anybody here listening,
That's the insurance industry.
looking for anybody here listening looking for a career path that's long term and you can work hard, insurance is not a bad route. Yeah, it's
also it's not
competitive, it's tedious.
It's
but-
also not too easy to get licensed. Like if you want a lot of like the Series 6 sucked, the Series 7, the 60, like those. Life and health wasn't hard. Life and health.
That's to be an FA, a financial advisor.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about being a life and health insurance agent, and then
It wasn't
Medicare.
that bad. It was, I think, you know what I did? I think I did about 3 days of like training or school, like like preparation
Life and
class
health
for that.
is not hard,
Yeah.
and you only need like 70% to pass state exams.
Huh.
Oh.
Yeah. So I passed that. I didn't pass life and health on my first try. I passed it on my second attempt.
I passed it. I got like 74% on my first try.
My first try, I was 1 off. I think I had a 69 or 68, something like that.
That was like my biggest fear is like, yeah, I didn't want it. Oh, dude, if I had for real though, if I had an opportunity to move to Florida,
Yeah,
I'd take it.
let me talk to him. Let me see what needs. So he's got office in New York and in Florida, and the Florida one is just you want to be here. You want to be in Florida. Life insurance test was easy as fuck. MLS was a little hard. Studied for a month. Got an 80 first try. Nice, great job. I remember I did it, bro. I was 20 years old, and a friend of mine quit the position at the bank, and that's how he told. She was like, "Hey, they're hiring for this position. Go get your licenses." And I went to the bank. They hired me, and then they paid for my licensing.
yep.
And they hired me as a financial consultant and advisor, consultant. It said consultant on my card. And then I did that for a couple of years until the stock market crash, and until we had the Great Recession. And that's when I moved to Florida. Yeah, my commissions were doubling or tripling the salary I was getting at the bank until 08. Bro, the mortgage
Imagine if you
company
would've
didn't
stayed
drug
for another-
test.
Imagine if you would have just stayed another two to 3 years, you would have been back easily where you were with that FA position. if you would've
Probably,
stayed.
but I'm so glad I took this route because I would have been miserable.
Oh,
I,
no, for
I
sure,
literally hated every
100%.
single day. I hated waking up in the morning. First of all, you got to wake up fresh because people, if you're dealing with other people's money or life
Yep.
insurance, they're gonna have to trust you. You got to look the part. You got to look like you got everything together. And it would suck waking up early in the morning, going to put on a suit, a button down, a tie. Every morning, it felt like a little fucking midget choking me on my way to work. And
Unless you really like that stuff. Some
no,
people do.
I got friends who are like, man, I love dressing up, putting on a suit. Must be amazing to look solid every day. I'm like, fuck you. You wear fucking thin ass socks with them little ass platform shoes. And feel like you're walking on rocks all day. Yeah, you look solid, but you're miserable inside. I don't give a fuck how I look if I'm miserable inside. And like, I would get high as shit on my way to work, show up bloodshot eyes, just fucking red. I know, and I'd still slam out the commissions and the clients and everything, right? But my fucking managers hated it. I personally did not look like I would invest money with me because I don't know, high as shit to the bank. And then,
You have dreads back in the day?
No, I was bald. I got a picture somewhere. I got a picture of me in the bank days, from the bank somewhere. I was bald. I had like an army cut, like a one everywhere. Ooh. Damn, this kind of sucks what the scanner just did. Pulled all the way down. Yeah, I might end up.
I want price to come down a little bit more before it starts going back up again.
Yeah. I got a funny picture. I can't show this thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it in 2 minutes.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it too in a couple of minutes. Oh, here's a picture of me bald.
Damn, I'm not on the YouTube side. I'm missing this.
That's like when I just moved to Florida.
Hey, you're not bald. You're just shaved.
Yeah, it's just.
Almost shaved.
Huh.
Damn. So that's what your face looks like.
I got a little earring. I had a long ass goatee. Got a little earring over there. Funny.
Yeah, that doesn't look like you with the earring and everything. That's definitely not you. Damn.
And when I let it grow out, the shit turns into an afro, bro. You guys seen that
Of
one?
course, I said that's what his face looks like. Most people that have a big, thick beard, you can't really tell what they really look like unless it's shaved, right? And you see that often in babies when they see their dads completely shaved. They're like, "Who the hell is that guy?"
Oh, my kid! I shaved my beard, and my youngest one goes, "Dad, why is your face so small? What happened?" She started laughing. She's like, "You have a small face."
Yeah, my girl's never seen me without my beard. Well, it's not thick or anything. It's just she's never seen me without. And then she saw pictures of me, and she goes, "What the hell? It just doesn't look like you."
Yeah, that's mine. Yeah, so this is
How old were
going
you at
back.
the
This is
time?
going back 16 years right here. This is my
23?
stepson, and my oldest one was born. So that's short hair. Come on.
Damn.
Oh, you can't even tell right there.
Yeah, we can see. Yeah. Damn. That was 24 years old.
Yeah, I'm 24 in that picture.
Yeah.
And then you fast forward, about 4 years, and this is what the fuck I look like.
Oh, that's the picture. I was wondering when that was.
Because when my hair grows out, it just kind of like
Yeah, you get a fro.
I got a
You
fro,
definitely have some
so
African in you. You have some African in you, bro. That's hilarious.
I
All right,
don't
6:30 p.m. I'm gonna
I
have
don't
supper
know
with the family.
I don't know where that came from. But I
What?
don't know why my hair like that, bro.
A lot of Africans have hair like that. That's what my hair will look like if I let it grow out and don't straighten it. It'll look like that similar carpet type of hair. That's what
Bro,
my
it,
dad gave
it literally like I'd be like, put it down, and he just go boom.
me. Yo, you might have ancestors from Africa, bro. It might be cousins.
You imagine? All right, gang. So I was looking for a closure here, right? The whole time we're looking for this candle to close so we can get some kind of onion and a drop down here. But remember what we said, we're gonna find our support, we're gonna find that resistance, we're gonna fill the range. It just, sometimes it's gonna happen in a manner that's not gonna give you an entry. But the gist of it will be the same, right? You look at this, you filled the range, you've created a resistance, what we spoke about. So the technicals, right? Gold's a very technical pair. And technicals here have worked out to the T. We've retested the lows. It's decision-making time. This is where the market's going to decide, all right, do we continue breaking the lows close below? Or are we going to push up now? And in this case, there will be no positions unless there's a closure above here. There will be no positions unless there's a closure below this area, right? Where we have it marked off right now. And it'll have to be a closure on multiple time frames, not just the 15 closing below here while the 30's still open and no top wick, right? You close below here, 30 still open, there's no top wick. Highly likely you get faked out and come back up. So you'll need multiple time frames in multiple instances aligning and closing below. So maybe 15 closes below, you get another break up above, and then the next 15 closes below again. So now you have a 30 closure, right? So first you had a 15, then a 30, and now things are starting to fall in line, and then you can look to fill this wick down here. But for now, while you're above 43.39 here, this isn't a wick to fill. This is a rejection wick. And after we find a support here, we'll push up. And your job going forward from right now, if you're staying here to trade, is to get this closure back at support and get an opportunity to trade from here. Right? So if you see this, where's the opportunity wicks? Breaks at the highs? No. Bottom wick. Right here. That's your buy. To come up. And your next opportunity will be the closure above here. Right? Where's the opportunity here? Wicks? Is it bottom wick? No. Break of highs. Okay? Know when the bottom wick entry is valid. Know when the break of high entry is valid. Sometimes they're both valid. In this case, both valid puts you in a much better situation right here with the same probability. Yeah, your probability of winning that trade is decided not in here, not in this area, but the probability of winning that trade is decided on that previous candle. Now it's up to you to find the most optimal entry in that candle. Okay? But the probability of this candle playing out is decided here, not in the candle itself. You look good with short hair? Yeah, I look good always. Thank you, though. I appreciate it.
There you go. Be proud of yourself. Be proud of yourself.
Yeah. I do enjoy walking into really crowded places where people have to be really proper. Smelling like a pound of weed with some long ass dreadlocks in flip flops. Like, I enjoy that because I know everyone is jealous. I know they wish they could have been away from work smoking a fat joint. Because guess what? 70% of corporate America smokes.
Or
Smokes weed. Or does drugs. Yeah, maybe 80% of corporate America does drugs in general. But like, but like, I walk into the school building to pick up my kids. They all smell me. I know they all smell me, and I know they all get high, and I know they all wish they could be public about it, and they can't.
Wait, is weed legal in Florida?
And it's medicinal.
Oh.
But like, yeah, there's so many loopholes, and like that is just like it's sold in gas stations because of loopholes. You know what I mean?
What?
It
Yeah.
is not sold in gas stations. There's no fucking way.
Yeah, so THCA is the same thing as THC, except it's an unburned. You can actually order it in the mail and it'll come to my house all legally in Florida. So what happens is, in order, the law only has THC in it, not THCA. THCA turns into THC under heat. So what they do is they sell you THCA, in a lot of cases stronger than whatever's THC is, but
And
That's-
you'd love
that's
it
a-
here in Washington.
that's
brother.
how they get around it, because they sell it to you, but it's legal. As soon as you light it, it's THC. Turns into THC under heat, and it's, but who's going to stop you when you're lighting it? I don't see a cop rolling, diving through my fucking office door right now. But I can have that. So you're proud of that? I'm proud of the fact that I can have the freedom to do what I want and nobody can tell me anything about it. I'm proud of the fact that people have to be, that people are in situations where, or that I'm in a situation where I don't have to be jealous of others for doing or for living how I want to live. And I know for a fact when I walk into that school and I talk to that principal, I know he's a weed head. He can't say nothing. He can't do nothing. He can't smoke. He probably has to go home and hide his little pipe and go like this. Like from gas stations, I don't trust those butts. No, I'm telling you, I don't get that either. I'm telling you, it's sold there. You don't have to trust it. It's like a gummy, and it's like a gummy. No, you put it in a microwave and it's activated. Yeah, or you can just light it, smoke it, and it's activated. Or you just don't have to buy from gas station. Go get some high quality bud. But it's also not only gummies. You can get anything. But I'm not proud of you're maybe misunderstanding. Not that I'm a weed head. I'm proud of the fact that I can be, and I don't know nobody an explanation, and nobody can say anything to it except me. You understand?
Just me.
Yeah.
I used to be a pothead. I'm not anymore.
Yeah, Wix has got fuck you money. So,
I'm clean. I've been clean for like 6 months now, and I can't go back.
good for you. Don't do drugs.
In
people.
Texas? Jungle Boys and cookies. Yeah, we have some pretty good. Even for medicinal, there's some very good dispensaries here. Even for medicinal, bud. No, thank you. I just had one. I literally just had one. So. Oh, here. I was trying to make them a sandwich and forgot about it.
Oh God, gold just melted. Too bad they didn't push up first. God damn. How is it still moving now?
We're at my POI right now. This is where I wanted to see price come to.
This is retracing and testing the lows from 10:30 a.m. this morning. I think was it 10:30? Yeah, from 10:30 a.m. Eastern. Candles 82 pips. Even now at this time. As we're testing the 10:30 a.m. lows. You looking at something, Wix?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that mic was muted. Because I got two mutes. I got one mute for the Zoom, one mute for the chat, one mute for three mutes, one mute for four mutes. There's a mute for chat, mute for Zoom, mute for music, and mute for sound effects. And sometimes it's just, sorry, one of the buttons doesn't get muted or unmuted. And so half of you hear me and half of you don't hear me. So it's better when I don't have to use the mute buttons, but sometimes I have to use the mute buttons to mute out all the noise that's coming from within my office. So when I forget to turn it off, half of you guys are stuck not hearing me. Sorry. But yeah, let me just say that all over again for everyone that didn't hear. There's quite a few things that need to happen here with the way we're printing. And since it's going to be quite a bit of waiting, it's already noon. It's way past noon. It's almost 1 p.m. here. I'm going to call it a session here. If there's a trade, honestly, highly likely it would be the top wick of the next 4-hour candle. So if you're looking at it, we have 1 hour and 20 left on this 4-hour. I'm looking for a bit of a pullback, and I'm looking for this to stay bearish. The key, here's the thing. Previous 4-hour, not much of a bottom wick. This 4-hour doesn't have a top wick. When this opened at 10, I was under the impression we're going to make that bottom wick, bounce off the range here somewhere, either here, or the bottom of the range, and flip back bullish. And if that's the case, right, if this is the next, if the 4-hour closes like this, right, if we flip back bullish, doing this on the 4-hour, where do you think we're fucking going? This is a rejection candle, and we're coming up on the break of the highs. So I would look for bottom wick entries at this area on that next candle, and probably keep stops somewhere right there below that support here. Maybe below this support. Like, it's all the same level. And that's just how I would go it. But the 4-hour has to do that. So I was under the impression we would get up already and do that. But if we end up closing below the 4-hour, think about it, it's a 4-hour candle, so it had to stay bearish for 4 hours, right? It had to maintain price below this level for 4 hours. If we start riding up to that area, I'm looking for a sell limit there, and I'm probably, this wick is a bit tough, 270 pips, but if you can use the other wicks here, about 80 pips. A lot will depend on how we get there. Also, realize there's no top wick here. The next 4 hours is likely to come up and make the top wick for it. So you can break this high, not drive, and come back down. So if this 4-hour does close like this, you can't trade until this high is broken. So you're looking for this. Right, you want the next candle to make this top wick. So you look, because this candle, the thinking behind this is this candle never came up and grabbed orders here. At some point it will, and when it does that, will it drive up? Well, if it doesn't come up, grab orders here, the next candle typically grabs those orders for it. So if it grabs these orders and instead of driving up, re-breaks its own low, you're probably coming down for that wick fill. And if you're coming down for that wick fill, it's a 4-hour candle, plenty of supports in the way. You probably want the most optimal entry. Where would be optimal entry? Top wick, once it breaks this. Guess what? Once it breaks this, you also have that level we were just talking about for a sell limit. And these are the wicks I would use for a stop. So things would line up. This would be entry. This would be a stop. We're looking to fill that wick down. Stupid range. A lot of range, but worth it, right? These 80, you're risking 80 pips here. If you can maybe get an entry off the tip of the wicks here, or maybe wait for that. I might actually end up doing that. I might actually wait for one of these candles, right, to form. This one actually sucked because you made a top wick and never came back there. But yeah, if I would look probably for that resistance to form somewhere in this area, right? So you can have that top wick entry, not as price is riding up against us, but after it forms a resistance, and then we take that entry off that previous candle body high, right? Somewhere right here, because that's the closure, that's the resistance, that's where it opened, right? That's where the previous candle that came up closed. So that's where the entry would be. But for now, I think I'm going to wait on this 4-hour to close, about 1 hour and 15 minutes, and try to approach this as taking a position from a top wick of the next 4-hour, which can actually be just, a couple of 30-minute pullbacks or 50 or an hourly pullback up, and then a drive back down. Look at this. We held this again. We rebroke the lows just to hold this again. I also would not mind if we understand the next 4-hour needs a top wick. If this 4-hour, let's say the next 15-minute, the next 30-minute brings you up here, and you get that 4-hour close, right? And you get it in this area. So the 4-hour at that point, right? If this is your closure on the 30 and the 4-hour is looking like this, oh, whoops, sorry. Right, if that's your closure, and that 4-hour at that point is looking like this, right? Next 4 hours is going to need a top wick. We understand it. Breaks this high or not, it's going to need a top wick. This candle, right? Because after this big ass rejection, where you're not going to see this, you'll typically see top wick to start filling the range. And it's also not a given. It's just probabilities. 90% of the time, that's what you will see, right? So if that's the case, and it's going to need a top wick, and this is our 4-hour closure, how do we get this top wick? Look at this closure. It probably comes in the shape of a bullish 15 or a 30-minute drive up. So you'll probably get a bottom wick first here, which will be this, right? You get that bottom wick, market comes up, boom. Resistance formed. What happens in that resistance? This candle, all it just did was this. When that resistance is formed, that candle just did this. Oh, sorry, wrong color. Created that top wick. Right? That's the new 4-hour. Now we have the top wick. So you could take this buy, understanding that there is the top wick on this next 4-hour needs to be formed. And as this is happening, you're like, holy shit, this 4-hour needs to drive down. But you need that top wick. You take this breaks a high to come up here. And then you realize resistance formed, top wick exists. Right? Right here, you just made it. Time for this candle to start flipping. And what happens? This candle starts looking... Right, this candle then flips and then starts re-breaking its own low. Starts looking like this. Right? This was your position, just this top wick. That drive up, and your next job, right? If you get the smaller time frame closure, as this is flipping on the 4-hour and driving down, your entry is right here. Top wick. Because you understand the 4-hour closed bearish. So after that top wick, you're probably going to head down to continue the bearish move. And if not, you're going to need a bottom wick to drive off support. So this is likely the way that bottom wick forms if you do decide to come up. If you don't and you come down, then you're just a winner and no harm, no foul. I mean, you know, just take your profits, take your dubs. Oh, you guys are still talking about weed in the chat. I'm over here trying to talk about trading. You guys are talking weed. But yeah, this is what we want to see. We want to see a closure above here to get some buys to the top of the range. We want a bearish closure at the top of the range to get to top wick sells off the 4-hour to come down. What do we do now? Buy or sell, sir? Very much. No, do nothing. Do nothing and wait. Yeah. All right, that's the stream. That's the session. Jay, Sam, Chris, Durek, Kenny, everybody, whoever's in the Zoom. I'll see you guys tonight. Don't forget, tonight we're running Asian session, 8 p.m. Eastern. We will be live. Make sure you show up tonight in about 6.5 hours from now. I will be starting the stream up about 6.5, 7 hours from now. We'll be starting the stream up and we will look to trade our, I think, is that our last Asian session? What's today? The 29th? The 30th? 29th. So yeah, no, tomorrow we'll run Asian session as well. So second to last, the penultimate Asian session for the year. All right.
Are the,
What was that?
Japan market's open tomorrow.
I don't give a shit.
Durka, durka, durka.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, I don't give a shit if Asia's open. New York was open, and we're trading gold, right? Asian markets are open. Japan might be closed, but I think New Zealand, Australia, and all the other down under people are trading. So yeah, I mean,
Thanks, Rick.
some markets are open, so we'll trade it. We're trading gold. We're not trading the yen, so I don't really care. My main thing is that New York is open when we trade New York, and that's it. Okay, gang. But there is less volume, right? That the Japanese banks are closed, so less volume coming in because there's less money from like one market is not going to be there. But our banks are open and it's gold, so we'll fucking trade it. So I'll see you guys tonight for Asian session. Thank you, gang, for giving me a chance to have a discussion, not just a monologue here. Very cool.
Thank you, fam.
Sure, for sure. And I'll see you guys tonight. If you're in the Signal channel, see you guys on Zoom. If you're not on the Signal channel, join up or join us on the YouTube side with a slight delay, but about 3 seconds, not too bad. So you don't want to delay? Join the Signals, join Zoom. Mods, thank you for helping me run the stream as always. Hope everyone enjoyed the breakdown, the discussions, the conversations. If you were a little bit offended, good. Life should stretch you sometimes, right? And test your feelings sometimes. But you should realize where you're at and why you're here and keep that shit to yourself, right? You're here to just help yourself and get better. Forget your feelings,
Sign up
right?
for the signals. Just to clarify, only do that through WAP.
Only through WAP. And what I'm working on right now is on grandfathering in everybody who's already signed up in order to raise prices and by Valentine's. That's what I'm working on. So whoever signed up, don't think your prices are going up. I'm really trying to get this grandfathered in. But yeah, what'd you call me? I called you guys dreamers, dream chasers, dream getters, go getters. You guys all showed up, man. So if you're showing up, whatever you're getting, whatever's coming to you, you deserve it. All right. And maybe not yet. Maybe it's somewhere in the distant future. Maybe it's tomorrow. Maybe your luck already happened to you and you're just living your best life. But the grind, don't stop, never miss a day, because you never know when it's your lucky one, right? Putting yourself in a position to succeed and luck will find you, gang. You are that person that you envision, that you are proud of, that you can really hold your head up high on your shoulders and walk around all day long. You're that person, right? If you're not there yet money-wise, the only difference between you and that person is time. So give it time, and you are that person. So be that person. That it shouldn't change you. That result in the future shouldn't change who you are right now. You are that person. You have to know it. You have to believe it. You have to live it. And once you live it, you will see how things around you start to conform to that, to the very fact that you are that person. Things around you will just fall into place and build around the fact that you are that person in this existence. The only difference between them then and now is time. All right, I'm going to end it on that note. See you guys tonight. Congrats to everybody that took dubs today. Congrats to our 100K Top 1 Futures funded account winner last night, the last giveaway of the year. We gave away a 100K account. That went to Mila. Congratulations. That account's on the way. And you'll get there on the first session after New Year's, I believe. And chat, love and wisdom to you all. Please drop a like, sub to the channel, and please, please, please share this stream. Help me grow this community. As for me, my time here is up. And just like that, another New York session is in the books. Thank you for spending this morning with me. Appreciate you, Chris. Absolutely. Sorry for cutting you off, but I'm gonna end it here and see you guys tonight. Later.